What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? This is your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. Hopefully, you guys are happy. Hopefully, you guys are healthy. Did I say happy and healthy? Yeah, happy and healthy. Shouts out to my man Heavy Gant at the Heavy Gant channel on YouTube for that. We're gonna talk about a few things. You know what I mean? Most definitely going to talk about Gen V in this episode. I kind of want to give a lot of my thoughts on Gen V as far as like episode because I haven't really done an episode breakdown just because of everything that kind of like goes on with that show. I can't really pull the videos up like in live like I normally do, and I don't feel like going through all the editing. I'm even gonna hold you. I don't even feel like, you know what I'm saying, doing that. So I kind of want to do that. And that's the same thing with Chucky too. You know what I'm saying? Uh the same thing with Chucky. I don't want to do that either. It's just they do way entirely too much on the show to be able to do what I gotta do. So I'm just gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to talk about who is under the mask. Shout out to Chillmonger and all those who've been talking about it on Twitter. Unfortunately, I was hell asleep. I needed the rest, man. Y'all have no idea how hard that I worked. And one day I hopefully I could do this YouTube thing full time. So I don't have to work as hard. You know what I'm saying, in the factory and all of that. So yeah, you know what I mean? That's basically what's up. Again, we're gonna get to everything, man. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Make sure to hit the bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. Yeah, and if you're the first time you're watching me live, make sure to we got super chats open. I got memberships open. You can be a part of the Dre Mac in the crew. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like Black Panther in the crew. You could be a part of that starting at $3 a month. $3 a month, you'll be part of the crew. That means when we have members only chats, you'll be a part of it. You know what I mean? So it's going to get to a point where I want the memberships to ramp up. Shout out to May Kent, who's actually a member. Once we get a lot of members in, we're gonna have just members only chats where we sit up here and rap. Once you get to the upper tier chats, we're gonna make sure to have Skype meetings, all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I can really rap with y'all, so yeah, I can really know me and where I want this channel to go. You know what I mean? And then, you guys are the backbone of the channel. So of course, I appreciate you guys whatever you do, whether you just rock with me on my shorts. And if you're watching me, if this is the first time you're watching me live, you came from my shorts, there's going to be more shorts of me discussing some of the figures in my collection. That was one of the big things that I wanted to do is dedicate my shorts really just for like my figures. A lot of people like my Ninja Turtle figures. I got Transformer figures that I just wanted to discuss individually. You know what I mean? That's just going to be little 1 minute videos that y'all can be able to watch. So, the main channel was for, of course, all the stuff that's going on with comic book movies, that type of stuff. And then the shorts will be, what's in my collection and me discussing that, or me just showing videos of what's in my collection. But anyway, let's get to all of this stuff that's going on. Again, you already know how I do. If you're watching me on YouTube, if you're watching me on Facebook or Twitter, again, I appreciate you. But the real question is, all right, all right, all right, all right. And don't forget, on tomorrow, we're going to have the Blurred AF show coming on tomorrow. So don't forget to check out the Blurred AF channel on tomorrow. Of course, things we're going to be discussing at that particular time will be determined. What's up, D Stizzle? What's going on? What's going on, D Stizzle? Gray, what is up? Check your email, Gray. Make sure to check your email. There's a reason why you know what we've been talking about. So make sure, Gray, to check your email. I finally got that part figured out. So make sure to check that. I think it's T'Challa for several reasons. You know, it not only being the obvious, you know what I mean. But yes, I believe it's T'Challa. But I'm going to get to that here in a moment. Um, Again, how you guys doing, man? How are you guys? Like I said, it feels like it's been a minute every time I get on live. Sometimes it feels like I haven't talked to you guys in a minute. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it just feels good to make sure that I'm discussing all this fun stuff. Dude, there's so much good stuff that's on right now that I can't keep up. The Godzilla, the Monarch, the Monarch show that discusses Godzilla oh my god, that's coming. I think that's already dropped. Invincible is dropping, dude. Loki, man, this is really a good time to really just geek out, nerd out, do your thing, man. Let's just enjoy all the good stuff that we can right now and then critique it properly. You know what I mean? So let me go to the first topic, you know what I mean, or to the first thing that I want to discuss. Is Gen V. Now, of course, if you haven't been watching Gen V, there's spoilers that's going to be ahead. But there is a lot going on right now with Gen V. Gen V right now is ridiculous. And the twists and the turns in Gen V right now probably has me more excited about this show. Oh, I forgot y'all. What's up, Professor the Film Fan? What is up? Keita is in the house. What up, Keita? What is up? Cole Turner is in the house. What is up, Cole Turner? What is good? William Moloch is in the house. What's up, William Moloch? My man Theo is in the house. What is up? If you guys are not checking out Theo's channel, Theo and Be Real with D Real. Shout out to my Kansas City homie, Be Real with D Real, Be Real with D Real. You know what I mean? These guys are experts when it comes to anything Black Panther, T'Challa related. These are the guys that I go to when I'm like, damn, I forgot about that. Or, oh, yeah, they did do that in this particular run. Theo, Be Real with D Real. Make sure you guys are locking on to those channels if you have it. If you have not, you are completely missing out. You know what I mean? So make sure you guys will check them out. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, great content. They do a lot of stuff with chill. You know what I mean? If I didn't have to work like 50 plus 60 hours a week, I'll be there, but I work overnight because I'm a vampire. You know what I mean? So make sure y'all are checking them out. You know what I mean? So yes, they are awesome. You already know, Theo, it's all good, man. I love your content. Love coming in there when you break it particular stuff down, man. And like you said, we ain't just nerds. I mean, we ain't just blurs. We nerds in this thing. Born 360, what is going on? Thank you so very much. Yes, Showmonger's my guy. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate him putting, you know what I'm saying, him, you know, referring you to me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I appreciate you guys, you know what I mean? And again, like I said, memberships and stuff are open, super chats are open, so make sure you checking it out, and make sure to check out the guys that I recommend. Theo, Be Real with D-Roll. Make sure you're checking out Chillmonger. Make sure you're checking out Back of the Bus Podcast. Make sure you're checking out Popcorn in Your Beer. Make sure you're checking out Blues House Live. Make sure you're checking out Pam ENT. You know what I'm saying? Who is in the house? Who is in the house? Just when I said her day, she dropped in. Yes, Pam Entertainment Television. Yo, the comment I wanted to go in really on the comments with Jada and Will. This whole I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to avoid that. I've done a lot on TikTok when all the whole slap and all of that stuff came out. I'm not about to get none of that, my energy, but make sure you guys are checking out Pam Entertainment Television. She talks about all of that when it comes to Loki and things that's going on in the media. Very good content. Perp Minded. Who else? Oh God. SSJK. See, when I start talking about start getting excited. You know what I'm saying? Transformers start falling all over the place. You know what I mean? Uh I get excited about this stuff, man. I get super excited. Up, see, everybody falling. You know what? I'm gonna just leave out there. I'm gonna just leave out there. Uh see I got Transformers from the comic universe deciding they want to be a part of the conversation. Anytime I'm talking, these dudes are staying right there, but not today. But anyway, I'm put them up somewhere and not lose their weapons. Okay, Gen V. Let's get into Gen V episode 4 and 5. Now, put in the comment section if you guys are watching Gen V. It's a spinoff of The Boys. This is basically after season 3 of The Boys. This is the show that is showing you now that everybody knows that their parents basically sold their kids out to become superheroes. What this looks like, you know what I mean? And they're now going through this goal, kind of superhero training. Or is it Godalak? I can't think of how to pronounce the show. I mean the the university they go to. But it's like Lamplighter was a part of this and everything. But when I tell you that, like I said, these particular episodes, and I'm going to go a Goldenkin. That's a hard thing to say, Goldenkin. I would say this is probably the reason why I'm gonna tell you why I recommend Gen V, because it's literally the boys, but you have these new characters. You have these new characters, what they're doing, you know what I'm saying, and you get involved into the storylines of these new characters. Now, again, what makes this show interesting when you're introducing new characters, sometimes they have in certain shows, we've seen this in Marvel. They were always using nostalgia characters to be able to tell these other side character stories, right? Well, in this, you don't need it. You don't need, Homelander, Queen Maeve, Starlight, A-Train, Butcher, Mother's Milk. You don't need any of these characters to be able to tell the story in Gen V. Gen V is an extension of the universe that they've created. And because the writers are so good at what they do, it's literally plug and play. You can plug this new character in, you're getting the same aesthetic, you're getting the same gruesomeness that you get from the boys, especially like I said, the violence, the what I want to say, I say the fatalities. I mean, completely raw. And that's the great thing about it. It's not like you're missing a beat. And a lot of times you're watching shows and it's supposed to be a spinoff. I give you a prime example. WandaVision versus Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. If you would have kept the same writers from from WandaVision to the Multiverse of Madness, maybe you would have the same aesthetic and it feels like now I'm world building. And something that Marvel has done is that you have these different writers, but they never get together and be able to plan this thing completely out. We're having the same aesthetic, the same feel. And what I mean by the same feel, not like it's the same movie, but the same feeling like you're still in the same universe. Marvel has done a piss poor job, and DC lately, about having all of these spin-off movies and shows that are disjointed and disconnected to the entire universe that you're trying to create. Aquaman is going to feel a hell of a lot different than the Flash. You know what I mean? Just like how Loki feels totally different than Ant-Man and the Wasp and Quantumania. It feels disjointed. It doesn't feel like it's whole. The Boys, because they're on Amazon Prime and they're run by the same show writers, the same everything, feels like a completely settled universe that you can get enthralled in. You can feel like, hey man, I'm not missing a beat. if I'm watching Gen V and then I go back and start watching The Boys season 3, 2, or 1. I'm not, it's not like, oh my God, this feels, what the hell are they doing? What are they doing here? Why does Daredevil feel a lot different than, the Spider-Man show or whatever? You know what I mean? So that's what I like about Gen V. And when you have these new characters, Maria, Andre, Lil Cricket, Kate, Jordan, you know what I'm saying? Sam, um, those are main characters that you can constantly build off of because you're storytelling them properly. And this is where, the boys, in the world of the boys, supersedes anything that Marvel has done writing wise. I'm talking about anything Marvel has done writing wise. You know what I mean? And it's not just the violence, it's not just the the shock value parts, like when there was a character in the show in season 4, and he tries to manipulate Maria, who is the main character, or Marie, who is one of the main characters, who is the main character, the POV of this show. And the dude gets his penis blown completely off because he's over there trying to R-word her. You know what I mean? Yes, shock value, but when you look at the boys, it's no different. You know what I mean? And again, storytelling wise, you're getting backstories and you're getting these flashbacks. Again, I've always said Marvel does a lot of telling, but not a lot of showing. DC does that too. You understand? Unless it's a DC cartoon, which DC cartoons are way superior than a lot of stuff that that a lot of people do. You know what I mean? But when you have the show and you're trying to storytell, or you're trying to tell the backstory of this, you gotta show us what's going on. Secret Invasion did not really show us what's going on. Moon Knight did. Moon Knight showed us Mark Spectrum's past and the things that led up to it, and you start to ponder the question: is it real? Is it fake? Is it real? Is it fake? Only for Moon Knight to not show up in anything since it dropped. You see what I mean? The Secret Invasion. You got the Secret Invasion storyline that talks about Gravik and all the things that's going on with Gravik, but we never really truly see Gravik with Nick Fury and all the things. You say, oh well, they grabbed all the after the battle, you know what I'm saying, at the Avengers compound, they grabbed all the DNA of all these of all the soldiers and all the villains of the show. Well, we never see that. So how the hell did they get that? How the hell did they get anything from Carol Danvers? You know what I'm saying? And then you show us the spectacle, but it's too late because it's lost because the storytelling lacked. So the spectacle is not a big payoff, right? In the boys, in Gen V, you get the backstory. And then when you see the spectacle of where you're supposed to go, you like, holy shit, what? And now your reaction is still like, God, oh my God, I can't believe they did. I can't believe they did that. But dude, because they're telling the story. So in episode 4, where you start learning more about the forest, the woods, you know what I'm saying, which is a place where these overpowered superheroes are getting are getting tested on. You know what I mean? And Golden Boy, who was basically Homelander Light from episode 1, basically the Human Torch. You know what I mean? A version of their version of the Human Torch. You know what I'm saying? Once he starts to find out what is going on, and he goes and look for his brother and find out that this university is not all of what it's cracked up to be. All of this is just mind manipulation. Whether you use it in class or you use it with the media and have the media be able to drive this thing, all it is manipulation. And he goes in and he finds out it's all bullshit. You know what I mean? Kills, the person he thought, which was the dean of the school, he fries him completely to bits. You know what I mean? Because it's all fake and it's all phony. And he's like, why are you playing with me? I need to get my brother. You know what I mean? You get that backstory. You're slowly and surely finding out, about each and every character's backstory, and it's through natural dialogue. Even the language is not forced. You know what I mean? the sexual content maybe to me is a little forced. You know what I'm saying? Because you just like, is everybody horny? And then I was like, oh God, I gotta remember, many, many moons ago, you know what I'm saying? Now that I'm in my right, the age that I am now, it feels like I'm on the prices. I mean, yeah, the Price is Right. And I gotta pull my number down and you big money, big money, big money. Where how old am I? Shit, I'm old. So maybe it is like that, but you get those stories. So when you're looking at, when Cricket goes and tries to find Sam, you know what I mean? There's a reason why Cricket is finding Sam because Andre and Katie, and Marie, they trying to find, why did Golden Boy snap off? Why did, what I'm saying? Why was I fighting Golden Boy? Jordan stepped in and stuff like that, and how the people in the school is manipulating the students, you know what I'm saying, through all means, whether again it's through the media or through teaching. And actually, that is a metaphor of what happens in real society. You know what I mean? How they were using media or school to tell a different story than what reality is. And that's why I love the commentary, the subtle hints of social commentary in The Boys of Gen V. Like episode 4, had this dude named Tech Knight. Tech Knight comes in, he has special powers, and you find out that his special powers basically like Daredevil's, except without the wave manipulation or the sonic manipulation, like sonic waves and stuff like that. He could just detect that you're lying. You know what I'm saying? By focusing in on the sweat or your pupils dilated and things that you will see a detective do. It did find out he has a fetish for sticking his wang wang in any hole that he sees. You know what I mean? Just stuff like that. And then they have the comedy part in that. You know what I mean? This show is awesome. In episode 5, the one thing that I like is because we're getting more into the mind of Sam. Sam is a paranoid schizophrenic, but why is he like that? Was he always like that? Was it someone who was manipulating him in the past? You know what I mean? He's kind of like the Incredible Hulk of the show. Very big, strong dude, rip you to shreds. And they had an awesome sequence of him because, again, he's a paranoid schizophrenic and he's looking at everybody as puppets. And he rips to shreds all of the people trying to attack him, which is, if you ever watch the Boys Diabolical, watch the first, I think it's the first 3 cartoons. Like they do a Baby's Day Out, like they did in I think it was Animaniacs, or was it? I think it was. No, it wasn't. It was Animaniacs. They did like a Baby's Day Out, which is an old cartoon. You ought to say they did that in the Boys Diabolical. And these soldiers that work for Vite, which Vite is the evil corporation. You know what I'm saying? They control suits and all of this stuff. And how all these soldiers coming in and they're getting torn to shreds. He does that in puppet form. Amazing. It's like I said, it's some of the best stuff that you will watch. Episode 4, episode 5, great commentary is great. Commentary is great. Feel for the show, all of that, man. It's just awesome. I most definitely would check out episode 4, episode 5. Now we're trying to figure out, now in episode 5, we find out who's been mind wiping, Marie, who's been mind wiping Jordan, who's been mind wiping Cricket. You know what I'm saying? We find out who that is and why Katie has been doing this whole entire time, even though she doesn't really want to do it, but she's been doing it anyway. I can't wait for more of this to come along. Make sure you guys are checking out Gen V if you really like good storytelling. If you like, I get good storytelling, gruesomeness, great timing, comedy. Again, I would say that I would get to some of you guys' comments. I would say, like I said, some of the sex feels forced, but whew, it's great commentary. If you look at, the way the social media and all of that, I mean, it's awesome. It's awesome. All right. NCU's phase 4, phase 5 feels like a WBDC did it. Been directionless mess. Absolutely. I agree with you. everything is not flowed well with that. T'Challa Sam Rhodey didn't get it either, but Killmonger and Namor did. Exactly. 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 On paper, Moon Knight should have been on the Secret or West Coast Avengers. Exactly. Again, why hasn't anybody found more Spectre? Like, oh my God. Like, you know, Akita, I get that I mean, and again, this is like a darker version of like an X-Men story, and I get it, but she didn't try to do it on purpose though. You know what I mean? Marie is a character who is basically Magneto. She's basically probably the most powerfulest character ever created in this show. Why? She manipulates your blood. There's no way to defeat someone who could manipulate your blood. And Kita, she's only known about her powers for the last 5 years. She got her period when she was 14, and that's the day she, accidentally killed her parents. And she's 19 in this show. You know what I'm saying? She's only been knowing about her powers for 5 years. And in episode 4, she blew dude's wang off, and she didn't even know how she did it. She's Magneto. You know what I mean? Like how Magneto could be able to any type of metal on Earth. Like Magneto is OP. If you really, there should be nobody on Earth, on the face of the planet. You know what I mean? Unless, on the face of the planet, unless you're like Blue Marvel, who can manipulate matter. The Molecule Man, Olin Reese. I'm trying to think, man. I think the Sentry is just hella strong, but the way that you can manipulate metal, dude, Magneto should be literally the strongest person on the face of the planet. One of the most. He should be. I want to say he's he's an Omega level mutant anyway. You know what I mean? Because he manipulates the molecules of metal. You know what I mean? But this woman manipulates your blood. There's nobody she can't defeat. Literally, there's no one she cannot defeat. And I think that's awesome. Because, and just like Grace said, this is her supervillain origin. If she ever goes to the dark side, if she ever has an Emperor Palpatine in her ear, she would literally destroy she can destroy everybody. Because if I can manipulate your blood, you're done. I don't care how strong you are. You're done. You are done. So, yes, I do love Gen V. I think Gen V is awesome. To me, is awesome. It's one of those shows where, like I said, I miss the boys. I miss Butcher and all the things that these guys do. And we're getting this back in the show. I absolutely love it. I'm enjoying it. I would say make sure that you guys are checking out, you know what I'm saying, Gen V. Do yourself a favor. Have a good time watching this. And then check the deeper meanings of what they're doing in the show. Like I said, the social commentary has always been top tier. And it actually has, like with the Jordan character, I know a lot of people have a problem with pronouns and different things like that. And, why these people have pronouns and stuff like that, in that social conversation. And I get that. And I like the way that Gen V attacks that conversation with the Jordan character. It makes it a lot. It makes it in that context, it makes it make a lot of sense. You know what I mean? Because that's the conversation. It's a big conversation with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, it's very smart in the way that it approaches social commentary. And it's not forced. It's just what it is within the character, in the character story. They're telling a proper story for the character. So I'll say check it out, watch it, enjoy yourself. Okay, let's get to the next one before we get to the main topic. Chucky, season 2. Chucky is in the White House. Holy shit balls. He is in the White House. Oh my God. If you haven't seen, this is season 3. Why did I put season 2? This is season 3. Let me take that down. This is season, let me edit that. It's season 3. I'm tripping. Of Chucky. Dude is in the White House. He's Chucky. Okay. If you haven't seen Chucky, it's on Peacock. It's now on Peacock. It was on. I was watching on USA and Sci-Fi. Uh, dude. First of all, it answers a lot of questions. I would tell you. I'm gonna tell you guys. I'm not. I was in like 80s, 90s horror. So okay, 70s, 80s, 90s horror. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The Exorcist, the original. Prom Night 2. Oh my God, you about to make me go to Critters, Puppet Master, all the old Nightmare on Elm Street, Jason, Halloween, all the old school stuff, Cujo, especially Stephen King. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? But my favorite horror movies of all time that I can sit and watch all day long. It doesn't bother me. It won't affect my mood. Nothing. It just makes me happy. Child's Play, the original one. Nightmare on Elm Street 3. Greatest to me, some of the greatest horror movies of all time. That's just my personal thought. Besides Thin Line Between Love and Hate. And Fatal Attraction. Those are my favorite horror movies of all time. Love them. And in season 1, let me give you a backstory. If you haven't watched Chucky, spoilers for Chucky season 1 and season 2. Chucky season 1 is basically there's a young guy who does this art with doll heads, doll parts, and he's looking, he's at a garage sale. He goes to find a good guy doll. Come to find out that his father, thinks he's weird, called him all kinds of gay slurs. You know what I'm saying? Because his kid is gay. And I know that was a big problem. Why you got these gay teen boys in here? Yada, yada, yada. Oh, okay. Dog, watch Nightmare on Elm Street 2. If you like Nightmare on Elm Street 2, you have no problem with gay people in a horror movie, a horror franchise, or whatever. Get the fuck over it. It is what it is. People are gay. Does it message up your rent? Do your light bill get cut off? No. It is what it is. So he gets a good god doll. Find out it's Charles Lee Ray, my man Chucky. You know what I'm saying? Chucky is like, hey, kill your parents, kill your dad. You don't like you. He tries to create oh God, I can't think of his name. He tries to create this kid to be the ultimate killing machine, just like him. You know what I'm saying? Hold on real quick. Oh, I'm gonna get to that comment. Okay, it said Wakanda and Friends Forever is my least favorite horror flick. That is that's something else. That is something else. I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't even want to get mad and start talking about that show. I mean that movie, because it's gonna piss me off. It literally is gonna piss me off. But Jake. He tried to use Jake as the ultimate killer machine. Jake ends up, fighting against this, fighting against of the killing. He ends up befriended Devin and Lacey, or Lexi, I'm sorry. Lexi started off as kind of like the mean girl or whatever. Come to find out her mother's the mayor, and she just unhappy with her life, or her mother's a complete bitch. You know what I'm saying? Just try to blow this, have this public face and all of that. And Chucky ends up manipulating her sister. Everything gets a killing. All that stuff. What the hell? The hell was that? Okay. Buffalo just won. Okay. But let me get back. So all of this stuff goes on, right? All of this stuff goes on, and then by the end of the season 1, they thought they defeated Chucky, and you also have Jennifer Tilly comes back as Tiffany. Now, again, I know a lot of people don't like the Bride of Chucky and the Seed of Chucky. God damn it! Did they close the chapter on this? Did they close the chapters on? But it made sense now. It made sense. Jennifer Tilly and the Bride of Chucky Tiffany took over her body. You know what I mean? It transferred her body into Tiffany, and Tiffany transferred her body from the doll to Jennifer Tilly, so she can now be Jennifer Tilly and live her life. And then she got stuck in the doll and Tiffany. You know what I mean, dude? But again, if you're not a fan of this, you think it's stupid, and why did they do this? Why they had to see the Chucky? Yes, the scene of Chucky is stupid. It's hilarious at the same time because it's so stupid. The scene of Chucky, the doll looks like the Team America World Police puppets. I mean, but oh my God, in season 2 they closed a chapter of that. Jennifer Tilly's kids, her twins were the seed of Chucky. It made more sense why they even had a baby, all of that. Silliness, yes. But is it awesome? Yes. It is also awesome. And then this dude is transferring parts of his soul, you know what I'm saying, into different people and stuff like that. You know what I mean? He ended up transferring part of his soul into Nika. He actually, because the way the spell works, the original spell from the original Child's Play movie, he could be able to put part of his soul into many different dolls and people. You know what I'm saying? In the sight of blood triggers it in people. Dude, great stuff. You know what I'm saying? Jake, Devon, and Lexi end up going in season 2, you know, after the vicious murder of Lexi's mother. Oh my God. Now, y'all think The Boys is crazy with the fatalities? Chucky got to be in a Mortal Kombat game. Somebody needs to make that happen. Chucky should be in Mortal Kombat. First of all, he killed the one chick from WWE. Was it not Emma? Was it Emma? I think it was Emma. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this dude, he tries to top 6 kills from every season. Every season he tops it. Now, I will say, you know, so far, season 1 is the best because you spend a lot of time learning about Charles Lee Ray in his backstory. Season 2, you learn a lot more about Tiffany. You learn about Tiffany in season 1 too, but it really, you know, full circle in season 2, plus all the silliness, you know what I'm saying, that you have from the show, because it's not just killing. It doesn't take itself seriously. It's Chucky. You know what I'm saying? And Chucky now escapes from, they thought they killed Chucky in the end of season 2 when they went to this Christian school. They thought they killed him, but they didn't. He actually put his soul, or did the spell, and put his counselor. There's a psychiatrist from season 1. Couldn't find out that was Charles Lee Ray's psychiatrist. Well, he puts his soul into her. Let me take that back. Her soul into the Tiffany doll, and then he goes into another Chucky doll, another good guy doll, and he dresses her up or whatever, thinking it's Chucky, and they blow him half to death or whatever and kill him. And couldn't find out it was a psychiatrist in that doll. You know what I'm saying? Why he was in another doll dressed up like the bride of Chucky, and it's really him. Now, they use a lot of practical effects in this show, and a lot of that's what I like. A lot of practical effects, like they have a puppet, you know, a Chucky puppet. They have the good guy doll, which I want that good guy doll. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't want to spend $500 on a good guy doll. I'm talking about the one they use as a prop on the show. They sell it. I want it. Matter of fact, he'd be sitting on my lap right now. You know what I mean? That's how much of a fan I am of Chucky. I love Chucky. Brian Dourif, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Brad Dourif, who was Charles Lee Ray in the original show, is the voice of Chucky. What I want them to do, and I hope they do this, I hope they actually do this parallel where they do the good guy doll from the new Child's Play movie that came out about a couple years ago, which I actually had no problem with that. The AI version of Chucky with Mark Hamill's voice versus the original Chucky. I would do. Oh my God, I would lose my mind. I would absolutely lose my mind. And shout out to Mika G, because I know she's a horror fan. I wish she was. I don't know if she's really if she really watches this show or anything. Oh my God, it's so good. I would love. Now tell me, Mark Hamill, the great Mark Hamill, using that Joker voice with his AI Chucky. You know what I'm saying? That goes rogue versus the actual Chucky. Chucky versus man, I would lose my mind. I will. Oh my God, that'd be the greatest. That'd be the greatest thing since I've seen Kit versus Carr in Knight Rider. I would lose it because I would love to see that dialogue, how that will work, how that I would. Oh my God, I just. Woo! Y'all need to make that happen. Y'all need to make that happen, y'all. Y'all need to make that happen. But I'm sorry, I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. But yeah, this is amazing. You know what I'm saying? This is amazing. I'm absolutely loving this. Like I said, he's in the White House now. I don't know how he got there. We still don't know how he got to the White House, but he is now the president's son's new toy, and he's killing people in the White House, and he's causing these particular murders. And now Jake, Devon, and Lexi, who is now went to Washington D.C. to try to find out how they can be able to stop Chucky in the White House, and they end up befriended the oldest boy of the president or whatever. So that's where we left out now. But he is literally killing people in the White House, and it's this big conspiracy with the president. The president in there is smoking in the bong right now. You know what I mean? That's how stressed out the president is now. So, like I said, I'm like completely loving this. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready for this thing to get cracking. I'm trying to figure out, like I said, go check out Chucky. It's on Peacock. It's on Sci-Fi. I think it's still on USA, but it's on Peacock. If you have Peacock, I absolutely love it. You know what I'm saying? It's been amazing. I'm enjoying myself. You know what I'm saying? It's been awesome. So yeah, make sure you guys are checking out Chucky season 3. It's a good binge. It's a good, and again, it doesn't take itself seriously. This is one of the things you can literally sit back and have fun and watch, laugh, all of that. Chucky's one-liners is still there, and it's not so like season 2 is bogged down with a lot of Tiffany because again, you're telling more of her story, but the main focus is Chucky, and it's awesome. It is awesome. So make sure you guys are checking it out right now. Before I get to the Black Panther conversation, we're going to talk about the Black Panther, Ultimate Black Panther. I see that I was like, Eric July is trending on Twitter, and I thought something happened to Eric July. But no, it's just people, I guess, are mad at Eric July right now. I don't know. I guess. All right. I kind of want to see what's going. What the hell did he do? Oh, people just not liking Eric July. Okay. All right. I mean, the people that I kind of okay. Before we get into this, I want to talk about this just real quick because this is okay. Yo, I got about to share my screen. This is actually disturbing, y'all. Like real talk, this is disturbing. And this is why you got to be, man, when you're in this social media space, anybody can say anything to you, and you might not agree with stuff that people say, but this is disturbing. Let me show you guys this. Now, let me show you. Eric July won't land a single shot on me. I'm fast. I'm fast like both Sonics, but you got a chainsaw. What? Like for real? Like what is this? Like I don't. I particularly, like I said. I mean, this is kind of off subject, but I want y'all to read. I'm about to. Okay, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Do I 100% agree with some people's takes? No, I don't. I don't agree 100% with a lot of people's takes. At the same time, what I'm not gonna do, you know what I'm saying, is do stuff talking about harming someone. But then again, I will say this. And I want you guys to. Oh, my bad. I want you guys to comment too. When you do this stuff, are Marvel DC fans dumb and dumber? I mean, they dislike Eric July because of his politics. When you attack someone for what they like, they gonna have. You attack me for what I like, I'm going to retaliate, right? I'm going to have something. I'm going to have something to say because you're attacking me for just what I like. You know what I mean? So you can't. What kills me is that these guys would go and call somebody dumb, stupid, you know what I'm saying? Social media, I mean, social warriors or whatever you say, whatever little context you say it in, and then be like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't know why they don't like him. They just don't like him because of his politics. But you're attacking people for what they like. If you're attacking me for what I like, and then you call me stupid, but then get mad when I go back and retaliate, who's really the bully? And I'm not saying Eric, you know, I've watched some of Eric's content, and what I like about Eric's content is at least he's being himself. He's not trying to be like everybody else. He's not trying to do what everybody else do. I get it. He's not trying to be like everybody else. He decided to make ISOM. He decided to make the you know, a comic book that's, you know, quote unquote the anti-woke movement. I want to be anti-woke, which I don't like that shit. I don't like that. I don't like when they use that word woke because it's condescending. It's fucking stupid, especially when you're using it in those type of contexts. You know what I mean? You know, this everything just woke. You have women on TV, woke. Black people in comic books, woke. You know what I'm saying? No, all this woke stuff, woke, man, I can't stand that. I don't like the way that you use the context. That doesn't mean I don't like this brother as a human being. I just don't like. It's kind of like what I said about Yamanika from Comedy Hype. It's not that I don't like Yamanika as a person. I don't like her commentary on certain things. You know what I'm saying? Eric, I cannot like your commentary on certain things. That doesn't mean I don't like you as a human being unless you attack me personally. And I would never attack another person personally, another YouTuber personally. There's YouTubers that you know what I'm saying, I highly respected, but I didn't like the way that they did certain things. You know what I mean? But see, this is what, again, you can't do this. You know what I'm saying? I guess this was supposed to be an attack on Eric July and making a tombstone on it. I don't know. He said, I have suspected that this isn't just a mirror attack on bad art or anger over a parody taken down for a while. I think it's an attack on Eric July himself. He dared to be successful, do something for himself, and not have to go through anyone, answer to anybody. And again, I think, you know, I'm gonna just put it like this. I think reacting to Eric July's lawsuit and drama with special guests, we're covering Eric July's lawsuit and drama. I think the main thing is what Eric has to understand is also the company you keep. And maybe the company you keep and the people that you associate yourself with, you know, they have a problem. You know what I'm saying? So I guess, let me see, clip the International School of Ministry for, okay, this because he used the ISO. Okay, let's see, let's find out. Let's find out these guys' talking points real quick.
He's gonna say Nick Rick.
What? He's about to say what?
There's a great video cast by Nick Rikita.
No! Don't do this.
Look what you did! Look what you did! You did it! It's you! Aid and comfort to the enemy! Oh shit! This was you, dude.
Platform.
Oh,
I just want the platform. I just want to go back to my comfortable platform.
A great video, but he's not going to say Ethan Van Sciver. He's going to say Nick Ricada did this. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's horrible.
Honestly,
there's a great.
Honestly, I don't care. Honestly, take this off my screen because, hey, sometimes you create something, and especially the energy that you anything. This is just let me just say it like this. Whenever you create something, this is why AI is so bad as far as like screenwriters and stuff like that. Because when you create something, you're putting energy into it. I really strongly believe in energy. I know a lot of people don't, but I believe in energy. And the energy that you put into something is spread it because that's your energy. So when you put an energy into creating something, right? You put that energy into the atmosphere. You can't be mad at the backlash when it's you're doing it you're not doing it because you want to just create something great. You're doing it to show it's like you're showing somebody up. Oh, Marvel and DC, they're doing all this woke shit. Fuck all that woke shit. I'm about to do this. And this is how I'm going to do it. And this is going to be the anti-woke movement. The energy. Look how much energy you're exacerbating just to prove a point. So your energy is not actually in the creative direction of a great story or a comic. You're just trying to show you're just trying to show this company up. Look how woke they are and look how better I am. And again, everybody's not going to like anything. Look how much we criticize She-Hulk and criticize a lot of shows from Marvel and DC. I get it. But if I'm creating something, I'm not creating something to show somebody off. I don't give a shit. I'm creating something because this is my passion and I want to pour that passion into it, making great characters, making a great story. Damn, who says what, where, when, and why if I'm creating a story? But when you make that your main focus, of course you're going to have people that's going to attack you. You know what I mean? It is what it is. D-Sizzle, you said, I'm Mr. Fair and Balanced. Don't care for Eric's content or the crazy white folks who get triggered by him. Exactly. I'm not subscribed to this man's stuff. I don't go watch his stuff. You know what I mean? At first I thought something happened to him because he's trending. But it's just the people who don't cap for me that hard. I'm sorry. I don't care if you like me for real. Don't cap for me that hard. Don't cap for me so hard where you can't see my flaws. You can't see the things that I need to improve on. Don't cap for me so much where you just look at it and be like, you know what I'm saying? This guy walk on water and he's Jesus, basically. Or something like that. No, man, I'm a human being, man. I got flaws in all of that. So just be real. I like somebody to be real with me. And sometimes, we cap for certain people too hard. We go hard for them, and they're just a human being like us. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of I'm not a fan of his like that. I respect the brother and what he does. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that he does that I can understand and I like. There's certain things that I absolutely disagree with. But I'm not gonna go up here and bash his brother just because. You know what I mean? That's just me. All right. Let's get to the main topic. Just a second. Who's that Pokemon? Who's under that mask? Black Panther, Ultimate Black Panther. Oh, let me see. Yeah, money in the drifting biz. That's why they do. Yeah, of course, they do this to generate money. The more controversy, and let's just be real. In this society, the more controversial you are, the more that people is going to come and get money. You can hustle these people. You know what I mean? Especially when you are R hue, me and D still when you under R hue, and you cap hard for a certain demographic or certain group of people, no matter what side you're on, whether it's the left, the right, down the middle, you're trying to look for an audience so you can make tons of money on and rile that base up, whether it's baseless or not, whether it's facts or not. And sometimes these people don't come out and yeah, I respect this comic hustle, yeah. But even if it's true or not, people will still hustle you. And that's where you got to watch yourself. I tell any black person, the Miseducation of the Negro by Carter G. Woodson is one of the greatest books you should read. And we, everybody talking about, white people do this, white people do that. We do some stuff to each other too. That's the stuff that we need to watch. But anyway, enough about that. Who's under that mask? Ultimate Black Panther. Who? Like I got tagged just like Chillmonger did, and I'm going to actually play and react to Chillmonger's video. Shut up, Dre Mac. I'm sorry. Dre Mac is in my ear too. But I want to go to Chill's page because I see that he posted a video about this, and I want to discuss his video. And if you haven't subscribed to Chillmonger just dropped a video 51 minutes ago. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? And he does a lot of stuff. He does a lot of good stuff. And I need you guys to support his channel if you haven't already. So let me go ahead and share my screen real quick. I'm letting hold on, I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm trying to give let Chill get his ad revenue because I'm close. I'm very close to ad revenue. So I feel him on that. I'm letting him get his 11 cents in. Okay. Jesus Christ. Exactly. Jonathan Hickman brought the Ultimate Universe back, and he respects the child. Exactly. And if I'm not mistaken, I don't really remember Ultimate Black Panther in the Ultimate Universe. And I could be wrong. I could have missed that. It could have been the times where I was too broke to get comics, and it was either food, you know what I'm saying, or comics. So you could guys tell me if that was if he was. I don't remember. I know Black Panther 2099 because I have that comic, but I don't remember Ultimate Black Panther. Matter of fact, let's get to Chill. Let's get to seeing what Chill is talking about. If you haven't watched this video, check it out. But I want to react to some of the things that he's saying. Brian Hill wrote Killmonger. I think Brian Hill wrote Killmonger, which was awesome. That Killmonger limited series was awesome. Was a completely awesome. Let me get out of there. Get out of here, Cracky. But let me play this real quick. Let me start playing this. from my man Chillmonger. Make sure you guys are subscribing to his channel. Like, share, subscribe to the channel.
Okay, then let's begin. Thanks to everyone who tagged me on Twitter for this news story that the Marvel Entertainment YouTube channel, Twitter channel, is telling us about a brand new launch of the Ultimate Universe. There's a fresh wave, and I'm gonna keep this smile on my face until the moment where you know is coming, where I get negative. But for the most part, the fact that this guy here is part of Jonathan Hickman's release of the new Ultimate line is great. He's right up there with the X-Men and right up there with Spider-Man, and this is
okay. All right. I'm gonna just pause his thing. I'm just pause with the matter of fact, because I want y'all to see my face too. Let's put that right there. Okay. So in the 1610 universe, T'Challa was T'Challa Udaku. Jonathan Majors don't mind. Hey, chill. We gotta talk Jonathan Majors. You know, we're 10 days away from as of right now, we're 10 days away from his trial. So we gotta link up. If you got time, I mean, I'm free, but later on tonight, whatever you got, we got to talk about Jonathan Majors and where we're gonna go with Jonathan Majors in 10 days. So, you know, make sure to hit me up. Yeah, Black Panther Unconquered. I got it every time. I mean, God damn it! Every time I see that damn comic, because it's a one shot in my local comic shop, I don't know why I didn't grab it, but I need to grab that because I see it all the time. Okay, cool. We need to link up so we can talk, so we can get into our Jonathan Majors coverage. This Chill always shows up when I show his face. Oh, but okay. So T'Challa in the 1610 universe was T'Challa Udaku, right? His father is T'Challa. He is the son of T'Chaka. This is T'Challa, son of T'Chaka, but his brother was in Baku. Yo, he was single in the comics. Okay, so it says in the Ultimate Universe, T'Challa has a severe scar across his throat, which has inhibited his ability to speak. That sucks. Okay, mutant, inducted artificially by the Weapon X. Holy shit, he was part of the Weapon X program? Holy shit. This is the first time. I'm not lying. His identity is secret. He's a Wakandan. He's a warrior. Privately tutored, extended training at the Weapon X program. Whoa. Brian Michael Bendis created this. Ultimate Origins #5 in 2008. Yo, that sounds awesome. I'm not even gonna lie. That sounds awesome. So, but I don't like the fact that he can't talk. I don't want Black Panther to be Bumblebee. This is one reason why I don't like I love the Transformer Bumblebee movie, but man, the simple fact that he started off talking and you can bring this dude back from the dead with Energon, but you can't make him talk. That's just smack. Man, matter of fact, no boy, my man Megatron, even my man Megatron right here. Okay, right here wants Bumblebee to talk. Can you make Bumblebee talk? Jesus Christ. Okay, Megatron, because the way that I was making everybody else fall earlier, I don't want to make you fall. You're king Decepticons, man. I don't want to piss you off. That's before he became a Decepticon. But anyway, he said he's a mutant, but there's a possibility he might speak in the new run. Yo, all I'm saying is he was trained in the Weapon X program. Deadpool, Wolverine, T'Chaka Adaku, as far as like a Weapon X. Oh my God. T'Challa's dope by himself. But T'Challa trained under the Weapon X program is a whole complete problem. It's a problem. I don't know. I'm getting to your comment, D Stizzle. Great. Dude, That's a problem. That's a problem. He's a mutant. There's a possibility he might speak in a new run. Yeah. T'Challa speaks with Afro. Man, that pissed me off. It's funny, but I don't want him to bumblebee him. You know what I mean? I don't want him to bumblebee him. Like I said, let me listen to what Chill has to say, because I ain't gonna lie, I watched it, then I fell asleep, so I don't remember what you said in here. I was tired, dude. 50 plus hours in a truck plant will do that when you're creating.
Fantastic news. The creators are people who matter. Like the artist Stefano Caselli is going to be doing the comic book for Ultimate Black Panther, which is great news to me. The writer Brian Edward Hill, I support Brian Edward Hill. I got the Black Panther Unconquered. That's the variant, and that's
Still
the
need to
original
get
Black
that
Panther
mod.
Unconquered story, which I got and I supported. Decent story, one shot, nothing special. A couple things that have to do with gods and whatnot, but more importantly, as you hear my chair squeak, more importantly,
now
Brian Edward Hill with one.
Now, I read that whole entire thing. I don't know why that story didn't get as much love as it should have. That is one of the best stories that has ever came out through Marvel. I'm not even lying. And what I mean by that, it's you see this dude's origin story, you see his backstory, you see he's just not just pure evil villain. There's a reason that particular Killmonger is the way he is, in that story. And it was written phenomenally. You see his intelligence, you see his cunningness, but it's just not evil. He's just not this one-note villain. You know what I mean? It's like he didn't have just this whole big interior motive. As much as I like the What If version of Killmonger from What was that? What If season 1? And that was dope. I'm not gonna hate you. That was dope. He wasn't one note in that story. That story was awesome. Did a great job in that. Highly recommend somebody reading that.
Ferreira did an amazing job here with Killmonger, a limited series from 2-3 years ago. This is who was dealing with this story. So the creators that they put on the Ultimate Black Panther book are there. The release timing of Ultimate Black Panther, same level as X-Men and same level as Spider-Man. It's there. It's what we've been asking for as fans who want this character to be respected. It was an appropriate response. It was like after 2018's Black Panther took the world by storm, this is what you kind of expected coming out of the comics, and they're doing that now with the Ultimate Black Panther. Let's read some of this article. I skipped to this part here. So there's the T'Challa right there. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see it completely. And let's start reading.
Now, I don't know about you guys, but I love the look of that suit. I love the look of that suit because it reminds me a little of, first of all, he looks badass. That T'Challa, I'm afraid, I would be more afraid of that T'Challa than even the one that we got now. That T'Challa looks like he's going to beat the whole entire brakes off of you. You know what I mean? That T'Challa looks awesome. The glowing of the eyes, the way the mask looks. You know what I mean? This reminds me of the 90s. Y'all, I'm getting the good feeling in your tum-tum when you see something that you like and that nostalgia jumps up and you see it like, oh my God, it feels so good. That's the way I'm feeling right now. It feels good. It looks good. That looks amazing. Amazing. Yeah, that design, even when people was I know people on Twitter, when I finally went to Twitter, when I woke up after my coma, I was tired, dog. I was tired. I almost slept 12 hours. I looked up and I know people were saying, well, I don't like his mouth open and his mouth is exposed or whatever. I like that. It's kind of like they took some aspects of Wolverine, but everything on his body looks like a fucking weapon. That looks awesome. That looks amazing. And then there's Chill. But Chill's amazing also.
Reading. Here's the thing, man.
Keep it quilted means you keep it the best.
Chill, I'm giving you your ad revenue. It's not enough like it if not enough, they like it, they will change it, but it's cool to me. That's to me, that mug looks badass. It looks like I'm gonna have to skip it though, Chill, right here, though. I can't do 30 seconds.
As I scooted over, when I start talking to you about, it's like the video game. When I read that synopsis of the video game, which I'm about to read for this,
If you
I couldn't find the word T'Challa. And it's the same here. In the wake of Ultimate Invasion, Khonshu and Ra, the force known together as Moon Knight, are seeking to expand their brutal control of the continent of Africa. All right, colonization, that's a problem. Wouldn't it be nice for an African hero to fight it? Kind of makes sense.
Now, why do I have a feeling? Now, Chill, I mean, this is your video. I can send you a link real quick if you want to hop on, if you got time. What's up, SSJK Dot? If you kind of want to talk about this, I mean, it's kind of like I'm reacting to your video. They give it kind of, but if you want to jump in real quick, I will send you the link so you can oh, okay, SSJ, I got you. What's going on, Tracy Irvin? Yeah, I got you. Matter of fact, give me just a second, Chill, and I got you. I got you, my dear man. Hold on. Come on, internet. I know you tried to get me in a bunch of stuff, dude. My work schedule sucks, man. As a YouTuber, I have the worst work schedule of all time. That's why you got to support your channel by super chats and memberships, so I can stop being at work all night long and give y'all this work. Hold on, wait a minute, Gray. I'll get back to the comments. While Chill jumps in here. That Captain America will tell him to go back to Wakanda. First of all, that version of T'Challa will beat the brakes off of whatever Captain America you bring his way. Let's be real. What's up, Chill?
What's up, man? I didn't even bother to change positions. This is how I was sitting before I came in. I'd rather adjust the camera than adjust my position, you know?
My guy. And again, Tracy Irvin, what is going on? Yeah, I did the ultimate look at T'Challa. That ultimate T'Challa just looks like he'd just beat the holy shit out of you and won't say nothing. He like Black Noir from The Boys. Beat your ass and just I hope they don't Black Noir him. That's what I hope they don't do. I hope they don't Black Noir. If you know who Black Noir is in The Boys, he's basically Black Panther mixed with Batman, and he don't talk at all. So I hope they don't Black Noir him and not make him talk. Right? They got to make him talk.
Or he doesn't speak English because he didn't pick up that language. They make him stupid.
No, they don't. They kind of. Well, he had okay. No, I hope they don't do that. But in The Boys, he got half of his face blown off and had a bad brain tumor from it that he had to get removed, but he kept all of his combat skills. So they basically RoboCopped him. His ass was going right back to work after everything was said and done with. So hold on, let's put this down here so we can, yeah. So I could put Chill's face back in here so we can, because you say something in here that I did remember, because like I said, I was watching it while I was at work.
And then you went to sleep.
I did, yeah. I'm up to 50.
Well,
I worked 57 hours.
I know that when you were asleep, that ad revenue played, so that's why I'm okay with you skipping this time.
You cool. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got. I know how to. I get look. I'm about 700 hours away from ad revenue. I get it. But hold on, you said something here. I want to kind of get to this real quick. Let me play it.
It's in line with the world history. It's kind of something that the readers would agree with. You know, populating and controlling places that don't belong to you is wrong. You shouldn't be occupying. In response, the lone bulwark against them, the isolated nation of Wakanda, will send forth its champion, its king. Oh, all right, the Black Panther. Hey,
So if they're keeping with continuity on this, chill, I could see them using that 1610 Black Panther as a Black Panther that we're getting in this new story. What do you think about that?
yeah, the Ultimate Universe is what they're calling it again. So you would imagine that there's going to be like similarities to the old Ultimate Universe, so you're not alienating that fan base, and so you can warrant
Exactly.
calling it an Ultimate Universe. So yeah, if they use themes, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that you get. Did you? Was you? Oh, you good? Okay.
Yeah,
But yeah, I do like the simple fact because I know they're bringing back Ultimate Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? Which is Peter Parker in that era. I think that's the Peter Parker that they use in Spider, across the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse. You know what I'm saying? That particular Spider-Man, which that comes from Ultimate Fallout in the Ultimate Fallout comics. I don't know if you guys can really see that because it's so small, but the Ultimate Fallout comics, he is the main character before he dies in Ultimate Fallout. You know what I mean? So, and they had a video game, Ultimate Spider-Man, all of that. So if they do Ultimate Black Panther, they're doing T'Challa Udaku. You know what I'm saying? As long as they make him talk, I'm good. I'm good with it. Let's continue what you were saying.
that sounds good to me. It's champion and it's king. I can't disagree with any of that. That's who the character is. He is the champion and the king, and for him to be there featured, and called that. All right, is it T'Challa though, or is it T'Challa's son?
So yeah,
That's the question.
that was it. That was it. Because I heard that and I perked up, and then the rest of it is a blur. So
Honestly, is it the child to match the movies? Are they trying to something different? If you read more of this article, he's gonna say, "I was inspired by the recent movies."
by the
Huh?
recent movies.
Well,
Now,
does that mean that there's gonna be a Spanish Namor, or does that mean more?
if I wonder when he says he was inspired by the recent movies, and this might be a stretch, but was he inspired by the recast T'Challa movement? And the reason why I'm saying that is because the backlash from T'Challa Jr. You see, nobody is missing TJ since that movie came out. Nobody said anything. Letitia Wright hasn't showed up on near one show. They haven't even mentioned Wakanda on nothing since that movie. You know what I mean? And I don't know if they're trying to Men in Black us and wipe that from our minds, but we all know what happened in that movie. You know what I mean? The only person we saw was Everett Ross, and he was a scroll. You know what I'm saying? So, and that version of Everett Ross was a scroll. We don't know if that was the Everett Ross that was in Wakanda or whatever. We don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? So what I could see was him being inspired. Like, you know what? They did Black Panther. They did Wakanda wrong. Yeah, the character of T'Challa was played by Chadwick. He died, but we know damn well he shouldn't have, because he had the heart-shaped herb at the end of the first Black Panther movie. He fought Thanos. He fought in the battle, in Wakanda, in the battle at the Avengers compound. Why the fuck would they not bring him back? Let me do it, but let me make him fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? Now, if they introduce it to child in this story, you know what I'm saying, by him being with Nakia, you know what I'm saying, and all of that. Do I have a problem with that? Probably not. You know what I'm saying? It's still kind of stupid, but But I would not, as long as they're not making that Black Panther T'Challa, you know what I'm saying, T'Challa Jr., and he's a T'Challa Udaku, son of, King T'Chaka, I'm okay with it, but I hope that's scrapped. Honestly, I hope that's scrapped. You know what I mean? I hope the whole T'Challa and all that shit is scrapped. You know what I'm saying? And don't be inspired by that. Be inspired by Spanish Namor. I'm cool with Spanish Namor. I'm cool with that. I'm not cool with T'Challa, being honest.
You see, I'm sort of like you. Like, if I see that T'Challa has a son and he's with Nakia and it's matching the movies, all right, as long as he's alive, fine. I'm still worried that this is building to issue 5 where the son all of a sudden takes the mantle. I'd still
Exactly.
be worried. And
Yeah.
but fine, it's different. I'll take it and I'll accept it. And maybe the movies can follow suit and have a TJ being fathered by T'Challa, son of T'Chaka, like you say. I think though, before we get into that, and maximize my screen for a second, this is really important. When we say son of T'Chaka on Twitter, remember that T'Chaka is just one letter away from T'Challa. People might read that and think we're talking about being the son of T'Challa because, K and L, they're right there. They maybe think they're reading that wrong, and they may be thinking you're talking about how you accepted the child. So I would not say that. I would say on Twitter, hashtag brother of Shuri, because that's definitive and that's very understood. Not using we need T'Challa, son of T'Chaka. They'll go, oh yeah, the son of T'Challa, yeah, the little TJ kid.
Exactly. And you just made me a great little clip there. Appreciate that. That's going on TikTok today. But but yeah, you're right. And
Oh, you TikTok? I know what to do. Small waist, pretty face, and a big bank. I turn around and I give you that. Yeah.
yeah, we're not doing that.
Oh, you get numbers though.
no, I'm cool. I don't need numbers that bad. Uh, but no, I do understand where you're coming from as far as like, not son of T'Chaka, you know what I'm saying, brother Shuri, but what I said before on I think was the live, I think it was Blurred AF or one of the lives. No, the live when I was talking about the recast of Balin Skull and all of that stuff in the IGN story. I said what they're going to do is they're going to have another T'Challa from another universe. This has to happen because how important he is in the Secret War storyline from 2015. He's very important in that story. I said what the test was the boat was the carnival the Disney cruise where you see Shuri see her brother and was like, oh my god, my brother, and and they hug and what kind of forever. That was a test to see what people thought about another T'Challa. I was like, then you can fan cast your T'Challa because he comes from another universe. That's why all of this, timey-wimey, shit's going on in Loki. Branch timeline here, prune timeline here. This timeline starts a new universe, and this timeline starts this, and all that. They're setting you up. So when they do bring in a T'Challa, right? Let's take. I'm gonna change this real quick so we can just have me and you. So when you bring in a T'Challa, you can have your fan cast, and if you want Desmond Idris as T'Challa, which I believe they didn't have that conversation for him to be Kang the Conqueror. They had that conversation with him because he had so much star power on Power or Empire. Well, I think it's Power. Well, no, it wasn't Power. Whatever black show that talks about crack cocaine in the 80s, you know what I'm saying, or selling crack in the 90s or whatever show that is, you know what I mean? Snowfall. You know what I mean? All of it runs the same to me. But they had that conversation with him because he was the talk of the town after that last episode of Snowfall. Marvel sat back was like, I can get this guy for cheap right now. Who could we play him? The perfect, and there's pictures of him and Chadwick together. Same height, same build. Why wouldn't you not say, I can be able to have, if I sell the public, because if I'm not mistaken, in here, don't you say that Marvel has its ties into this comic? Is it this one? Or because I seen your cancellation of Black Panther video too. The one where you were talking about they might cancel Black Panther after they might reboot it after number 10 or whatever. Yeah. But don't they say that Marvel has their hand in this Ultimate Universe, this Ultimate comic? Or is it just Marvel Studios?
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I think that though that Marvel Studios do influence a lot of comic books.
Yeah.
And if they're gonna do something different with comic book wise, like if they want to kill Aunt May, they'll do it in the Ultimate Comics. They'll match the movies there. The Ultimate Universe was, themes from there, like the Nick Fury themes were used in Marvel movies. So maybe now the Marvel Studios and the way that they can just change movies. I mean, they can just change what happens in comic books. Maybe Marvel was just like, yo, F this. You guys keep changing things, and we keep trying to play catch up. we'll just make sure that our comic books have an ultimate line, and the movie stuff can happen there. Boom. We don't have to worry about changing things in our 616 regular continuity. Actual 616, mind you.
Exactly, because we just now that they have designated this universe is 616 now. It's been confirmed not only in Doctor Strange, but it's been confirmed in the documents when they look at the sacred timeline in Loki season
really?
2. It says 616.
Well, I still call it the MCU. Like, I don't even
The
get into the nitty
19999.
gray. Yeah, but it's 1999, like Iman Vellani also says, because we know. And calling it 616 is just so complicated. The 616 is what we read every week when we go on Wednesday to the comic shop. That one's the main one. That's 616.
Exactly.
DC, they say Earth 1, right? They say they're Earth 1.
Yep. And then
They're so
Ethan
full of
Captain is Earth
themselves.
2 and Earth 3 and Earth 69 and 2012 or whatever.
Why did you say it's 69 though? Why did you say that?
Hey, that's where the freaky stuff goes. That's the land of the boys.
Okay. Why did you say 2012? Coney 2012? Remember Coney 2012? Remember that one? For the guy in Uganda who was like bad?
I think so. I think so.
The way that inspired, like, I don't even know if anything was true, but in 2012 there was like a 30-minute video. It was on World Star, and I watched it and I said, oh, something's happening in Uganda for a guy named Coney. He needs to go out. Like, I don't know. I was so moved by that. It was weird.
I think so. Dude, I slept almost 12 hours a day. I'm trying to remember. I'm
Okay.
still trying to remember. I think so. But okay, so with this, with the way that I look at it is that you have to get some of the guys, and I do agree with you that if you do an Ultimate Universe, you can do whatever you want to in the Ultimate Universe. You can keep the continuity of 616. So T'Challa, with the new suit, rebuilding his brand, let him smack the shit out of Captain America one good time for all that go back to Africa shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We could do that at 616. You have all your comic book shit in Ultimate Universe. Let's just be real. I have to have Captain America. T'Challa got to get that lick back. He got to get that lick. I don't care how he does it. Sneak attack or whatever. My bad. I didn't know that was you attack. I don't care. He got to get the shit kicked out of him for what he did. You know what I'm saying? And for us to be, vindicated for that bullshit that Lord Voldemort did. That's one. Number two, again, if you want something to match the movie universe, right? Ultimate Universe is the best way to do it. Your Black Panther, you know what I'm saying? And again, I think they're making the palette palatable for another Black Panther to come in. So that way, and I'm talking about another T'Challa. So that way people are like, oh man, Chadwick, yada. If they do Secret Wars, which comes out, I want to say 2025 or 2026, it would be the exact same time from when Heath Ledger died and they introduced Jared Leto's Joker. If you want to go with the 5-year plan, even though nobody said, oh man, Heath Ledger was so much of a great caster, let's never cast a Joker ever again. We already knew that wasn't going to happen. You know what I mean? So you got that 5-year plan so nobody can talk shit, because now we can still go, well, this is 5 years since the last time when Heath Ledger died to Jared Leto's Joker.
Yeah.
And then Joaquin Phoenix Joker after that. So you bring in another one. John David Washington, Desmond Idris, just an unknown black man who can make his way through Hollywood, and this will be his ultimate stepping stone.
Would you take a white guy? Would you take a white guy if they had it wasn't blackface, so he didn't paint his face, but they had the technology to make his skin darker and just put the dots on there. Would you take that if it meant getting T'Challa? I would.
Fuck no.
I would say, how innovative. T'Challa's back.
Okay. The only way this is gonna sound fucked up, but the only way that I'll do it is if it's God, good God, this is gonna get me killed. If it's Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey in Tropic Thunder.
That's the only way I'll do it. If it's Robert Downey Jr. in Tropic Thunder.
69 world, baby.
Yeah, freaky verse. But yeah, it just surprised me that we had we have had in What If, we've had multiple T'Challas in multiple universes though. In the What If, we had the T'Challa from the zombie universe that got his leg chewed off. We had a we had a T'Challa. We had Star-Lord T'Challa, which I think that's a great character that they could recast with somebody else, and that'd be awesome. You know what I'm saying? If they wanted to do Secret Wars or bring that T'Challa back, I think that would be awesome. Because I like that T'Challa, the diplomat. I would say there was a T'Challa 2099 T'Challa. Now I know a lot of people don't know about 2099 T'Challa, but 2099 T'Challa will be one that I would bring up for Secret Wars. But
I know nothing about that one. I thought that 2099 would mean he's too old to still be the Black Panther.
It was actually that's the only way that I'll bring a Black Panther that was not T'Challa, because he was a guy who took on the role of T'Challa after everybody died. Everybody died. Dr. Doom took over Wakanda. You know what I'm saying? He came in to take over the vibranium and all of that. Place was in disarray, and this guy, I can't think of his name, but he became the Black Panther in 2099. It's the only person that I would actually say he could be Black Panther, and at least it's a one shot within the continuity of the 2099 universe. But it was only a one shot. They never went any further after that. So, go figure. But again, I think, like I said, with them making this announcement, it's making the average fan be like, wait a minute, there's going to be an ultimate Black Panther. He's a king. Okay, let me get into that. Now you're getting especially a Brian Michael Bendis, Jonathan Hickman. They're gonna make this dude dope. Those are the three dudes that I know that will bring respect and honor to T'Challa. What do you think?
Well, Jonathan Hickman has a track record of already doing it, and Bendis is just a good writer. Some people have their issues, but he's a good writer. And he's never got a chance to a crack at the T'Challa character, even when he did Avengers. The writers matter. The writers are super important.
Matter. Exactly.
With the launching of Spider-Man, Ultimate X-Men, Ultimate Black Panther, like really, he's third. That's pretty high profile.
Exactly. I think you're starting to see where I'm getting at. You're starting because X-Men, who are the faces of Marvel? If you really think about it,
the X-Men and Spider-Man. You get the Hulk, Cap. There's other people there before T'Challa.
But they're not Spider-Man. They're not the X-Men. Those are the franchise carriers, or is Spider-Man and X-Men. But to have T'Challa, the King of Wakanda, third on that line, like we're gonna do an ultimate version of him. And this is who's going to write it. Who wrote a damn good Killmonger? Yeah, Killmonger. I almost said Killmonger. Killmonger story. A damn good. And I would recommend anyone, if you have not read that story, that Killmonger story. I said it. That Killmonger story is fucking amazing.
Don't worry, the Killmonger story is coming too. You guys can look out for that.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
There is an amazing comic book I was working on, looking over the script, pacing it out and stuff. You know how like Dre will tell us about his career, that he was like a actor back in the day, or he'll say he rapped, and then he'll also tell us about how he went to friggin' correction officer. He just has a life and stuff. Yeah. I'm about to have another occupation added to the Killmonger persona. Comic book writer is coming. Look out for that.
And if you ever seen some of his concept art, I'm just saying, he got something coming. Y'all guys need to jump aboard now. See, move over Eric July and that dude from Black Sands Entertainment. Killmonger is coming. I'm telling you, I'm gonna be this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start writing promos for Killmonger, like WWE style. You ain't got to worry about. I'll be the mouth of the South. I'll be Jimmy Hart. I'll be Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Yo, shout out to Black Sand. That guy is so active on TikTok and whatnot. That's about it. That's all I'll say though. I saw your old video that you did like almost a year ago.
Yeah,
you were kind of disappointed in him.
Yeah. The Killmonger prequel was amazing. Told a really good story in that Killmonger story. A really good story. It's funny because that year ago, that's when I decided, let me start doing comic book movies and stuff like that. I'm tired of talking about all this other crap. Let me make that move, and that's one of my highest viewed videos. I'm still trying to get that 6,000. 12, you know what I'm saying? 60, 69. I mean, not 69. Jesus Christ, I'm in the freaky verse. That 6,000, 7,000 viewed video. They're still waiting for my turn, but it's coming. I ain't worried about it. I'm not worried about it. What did you say, D Sizzle? You said Hickman's the best current Marvel writer, in my opinion. Like Ed Brumbaker's Marvel stuff. I've dug everything. Jonathan, if I'm looking at anyone, Jonathan Hickman is the number one dude in Marvel as far as writers, to me. As far as writers.
He is. If you let him write and you don't interrupt him and boot him from the franchise while he's in the middle, he's in Act 1 of his 3-act story. It's time for Act 2, and they say, no, we're not going to do Hickman anymore. And then, yeah, hey, listen, the guy who decided that, the X-Men editor, Jordan D. White, there's a reason why he's getting booted for Tom Brevoort. And let's just look at how stupid they were for not moving on. Because 2 years later, they're talking about the fall of X right now. It's over. So, well, you mean you guys could have made some money with Hickman and his new initiative or his second act, which is part of the same plan you agreed to when you hired him, or
exactly
you do what you got, and you guys abandoned ship anyways. Stupid.
Exactly, because when he came in the Dawn of X, and you know what I'm saying, in that story, and seeing who's Omega level and differentiating the whole dynamic of what mutants are and all of that, simply amazing. And then you do dumb stuff. You know what I mean? So I completely agree. I like, and when it comes to Black Sands, I like his stories. Is a little bit different than with Eric. I like his stories. I just don't agree with his antics. I don't personally dislike the guy. He has his own opinion. I don't agree with a lot of some of the things he does. You know what I'm saying?
But as far as,
yeah, they come out of nowhere. Oh, the RKO shirt out of nowhere. Like it's his antics. It's the same thing with Eric. It's his antics. You know what I'm saying? The things that he does for public display and stuff, like, I don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but I don't agree with some of the things that I do sometimes, because I will go ham on certain YouTubers, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't have did that. And somebody might not like me for that. But that's the risk that I take when I use my passion along with my emotions and certain logic to that. I might do that.
Sometimes
but doesn't mean
sensationalism that you need to do to bring attention to something.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about promoting, if you look at Tony Khan from AEW, this guy just had a week where he was going off and off and off. So he said something about how, the WWE just had a big loss because John Cena and Undertaker have never been on a show that didn't have 1 million views. What an end of a streak. You're like, yo, what are you talking? You sound so sour. Like, anyways, that's an example I was using. My point I want to bring it back to is Black Sands' story, and I'm going to criticize it, just fairly criticize it. He's telling stories of Egypt, okay? And I never read one. I never picked it up. But no, I won't criticize it. I won't go there. It's better than going back in time to slavery era or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's necessary. I can see why he would do something like that.
Yeah.
I would prefer escapism though. I would, because that's my thing.
Yeah.
To make you not remember anything in the past, but to spice up the Egyptian lore isn't what I would do. I would prefer to make something completely new where no one even talks about how everyone here is black and there's no explanation for it. Escapism.
Yeah. And I agree with you on that. When I bought it, I bought the comic. I also bought the coloring book for my kids. You know what I'm saying? Because again, I'm into supporting black business.
Did they color the kids the right color? Did they color
the character? They didn't even color in that book. It's still sitting there. They didn't even color in the book.
So they're still white?
They're still white. They're still white. So I bought it. I read it. I understood the stories that I understood the importance of the stories, but also it's kind of like when you read Black Panther from 1988. I want escapism, and you throwing me right into apartheid, and I'm like, yeah, you know what I mean? Or reading someone's run and the Klan comes and You know, you got some dude on the horse is beating the brakes off the. Let me shut up. Let me get off that run.
Well, that's what this is. The Ultimate Black Panther comic book started off with that colonialism
did.
talking points, which, okay, look, it is wrong, but it's also the beginning story, so maybe that's important also to show how this is an independent Wakanda that's not going to be challenged. So maybe it's worth telling that story. And
I think it's similar to, again, at the beginning of Black Panther 2099. We're looking at the end of the era of the monarchy, because T'Challa in the 2099 never had children, never had an offspring, never had siblings. You know what I'm saying? Never had anything. And once he dies, there was nobody to take up the mantle. There was nobody to take up the kingship. So Doom could come in and regulate Wakanda. You know what I mean? And he had to fight against that. But in that, it makes sense because Doom did that later on in other comics. You know what I mean? He tried to go over and take over Wakanda and all of that. So I do understand that. And then, of course, the Black Panther is victorious in that one shot. So I can see that. It just depends on how they do it. You know what I mean? If it's Boss there, because if you got Khonshu and Ra, where's Boss? You know what I mean? Where's the other Egyptian god? Are we doing more supernatural? You know what I mean? Like we're doing with Kavuma. You know what I'm saying? Are we diving into that, which has not really been explored?
I'll put it this way: if Kivuma is going to feature Bast, then when they do Ultimate Black Panther, they won't use Bast, because why repeat that? You know, it's got to be different.
True. You said it's similar to Conan. I don't know what I mean.
Did Conan have a lineage that died out?
It could be. I really like it's this age before our timeline. Okay. All right. Not enough black heroes in space, sci-fi, genre. That's true. Hey, what's up, Andre? Where is in the house?
Hello, Andre. And to Diesel's point, I remember seeing a post, and you may have seen it also. It said, when black people imagine sci-fi, it's like, what would the world be without white people? And then when white people imagine sci-fi, and it was like a picture of Star Wars. And yeah, that's, you know what I mean? Why explore? Let's get advanced. Let's really get out there and imaginative with it, as opposed to everything having to be dominated by the oppression of what white people did 400 years ago.
Exactly.
Or even Egyptian stuff, which is historical too. Yeah. So it's a kind of a minor complaint. It's more so just a philosophical difference in my storytelling, as opposed to my boy Black Sands.
Yeah. If I was writing something, it will be in the vein. I don't hate to say it like this. It'll be in the vein of The Boys, not the gruesomeness and all the sex and all of that. It's the spicing in social commentary in unique ways. You know what I'm saying? And have the world reflect that. You know what I mean? But as far as like the sci-fi elements and all of that, I'm looking like an Invincible. You know what I'm saying? How Invincible does this. A lot of anime, you know what I mean? Where you're looking at like, Dragon Ball, Naruto, in this wild, wacky, let's throw shit to the fire and let's have this world where we can create where the biggest things is not, black people, white people, oppression, all of that. Let's have a world that's just out of the norm, where everybody gets along, but there's certain shit that goes on like normal people would normally do.
Honestly, man, and they exist. They're called Avatar, Last Airbender. The thing is, though, most of the main characters, they've got a skin tone which is really light. We could just do that, and then everyone just happens to have dark skin, or at least the main characters do, and never draw attention to it. Same way Star Wars doesn't say anything about how Luke, Han, Leia, and Ben Kenobi are all one skin tone. They don't bring it up. Same thing there.
Yep. I don't even think in Star Trek they do that. In Star Trek, I swear to God, Star Trek is way more diverse. You know what I'm saying? In its storytelling, I don't think they ever say, "Oh well, our captain is black." Did you know it was an affirmative action hire? That's why we had a black Star Trek. It's never talked about. Just have a black captain. This people be. I think is just have people be people in storytelling, and if it is brought up, it's in a unique way. And I'll give you an example of this, and we're gonna go on because I do want to kind of have you finished we'll talk about, you know, what we're talking about here with Black Panther. In Gen V, the way that they brought it up is that, okay, make this girl a hero, because in social media terms and like the NAACP and BLM, we can market this black girl because she's now a hero, which does happen. They market certain people and the media pick certain individuals to be able to propagate so you can get on board. It's media propaganda 101. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna bring it up in that way, in a social context where you like, well, damn, do they do that? And then you start looking at who's here and why this person who's really a hero is down here.
You ever seen that picture of Mariah Carey next to Beyonce Knowles and Sierra and Rihanna? The one standout was Mary J. Blige, and you saw how dark her skin tone was compared to all the other. There's like there is a signaling that they're trying to say, like, yo, this is what you're supposed to be. And they all had straightened out hair and stuff. So the closest women to white women are the most like pushed, you know what I mean? Like, don't love yourself that much. It's important to have characters with stiff hair and dark skin and lips and nose and all that other stuff. That's awesome. And yeah, they're kind of picked cookie cutter. This is what's going to be promoted to you guys. And sometimes they work and sometimes they're tinashe.
There you go. All right, let's bring you back up here.
There we go.
And did I take you off screen? I did. Hold on, sorry about that. That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. That's a lot better. That's a lot better.
Let's keep reading it. It says, from the creative minds of Brian Hill, Killmonger, and Stefano Cassell, who did X-Men Red, comes a bold new take on the world of Black Panther Wakanda. He says, I was invigorated by this opportunity. In addition to my immense respect for Jonathan Hickman's detailed storytelling, the idea of sheep herding this bold new take on Black Panther. I hope it's not that bold. In the event gives me a platform to do the kind of broad, epic storytelling I've always wanted to do in comics, Brian Edward Hill said. My influences range from the history of Black Panther comics to Ryan Coogler's incredible work with the recent films.
Do you think just
Frank Herbert's world?
He said that to save face, because the first thing he said was the history of Black Panther comics.
True.
You know what I mean? So do you think it was just to kind of be like, I'll sprinkle a little something like hey, Dave Chappelle was like, sprinkle some crack on him, he'll be all right. Like, do you think he's saying that to say, look, there may be a little bit of aspect in this comic? Let's say,
catch.
Yeah, Spanish Namor. Maybe we'll have Shuri in here as the tech genius, right? But the history of Black Panther, Jack, and that's why I said earlier, recast T'Challa might have had more of an effect than we think. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if you look at how recast T'Challa was going online, something that E-Man said was that, hey, some of these people were being radical. I said don't do that, but the radical people were getting more attention than the ones who were more like, no, we just want recast T'Challa, all the boycott, we don't want to boycott. Those make an impact when you say, I won't watch this shit if you don't have T'Challa come back, right? So maybe he's reading online, he's seeing it like, damn, maybe this recast T'Challa is really effective. Let me go back into the history of why Black Panther is so important. And you made a video, I made a video, E-Man, all Be Real with D-Ro, Theo, all of these guys, Blue, you know what I mean? Blue Size Live, shout out to him, and all these other comic creators, Part-Minded, Godly, Planet Fanatics.
You're not going to get them all.
I'm not.
Yeah, everybody.
It's like Pokemon. Everybody. You know what I mean? But you have all these guys who's making these videos and stuff like that. That's impactful. Your video did numbers on that video. You know what I mean? It did numbers. Just think of, he's going through, Brian Hill, you know what I'm saying, damn, Black Panther is really important, not only to the history of comics, but to people who look like him also. He's reading what Jack Kirby said. I had a black friend, and I found out he's a reader of comics. I ain't got nobody for him, so I created this guy so he can have somebody he can be proud of. There's not a stereotype. Who's not a baby daddy. That's why I don't think the T'Challa thing is. If he really went back into history, look at what Priest did. Remember, Priest, that comic was dead in the water, and Priest brought it back to life. I know people have their quarrels with Reginald Hunland's run. Reginald Hunland's run was phenomenal. People didn't like, you know what I'm saying? When people come out and say, I don't know why he got Storm, because I watched a certain podcast where a guy was like, oh, they put Storm and Black Panther together. They didn't need to do that. And y'all like, what you talking about, sir? Sit the fuck down and shut up. You know what I mean? Okay. But Hunland's run was phenomenal. And Hunland's run went, 69 issues?
No, I think it only went 48.
It went 48? Oh,
no, 42. 42. Jason Aaron did.
Jason Aaron, did Priest's run went 68 issues, I believe.
If you asked me, I would have guessed 54, but I guess you got it right.
I think it's something like that.
Yeah, one of us is wrong.
Yeah, one of us is wrong, but Priest's run was longer than 15 issues. Unless run was longer than 15 issues, is what I'm saying.
All right.
And look how much storytelling he got out of that. You know what I mean? How impactful that run was.
Priest had 5 years. He made it to 62.
62. I was always like 60 something issues. But look how much storytelling Priest got out of that. You know what I mean? It just didn't stop. God damn it. It just didn't stop. And people was wondering, well, what the hell is happened to the King of Wakanda? Why is he getting his ass whooped by Captain America? Why is this? Why is that? There's no questions about what happened. What I like about those runs is that the intense storytelling and the prominence that they made to this character. So if he is saying, I've been influenced by the history of Black Panther comics, you know what I mean? Then he's sitting around Don McGregor and all of these other people and say, yeah, let me go back and give these people what they really want. And yeah, if I do Namor is Aztecian, Mexican, history, okay, cool. I'll do that. But I'm about to make Black Panther who the fuck he really is, and that's the king and a badass. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way I looked at it. All right, let's keep going.
Building capacity of Dune. This is something people won't expect. No. In the best of ways. And full credit to Marvel and editors, whatever. When they won't expect we're good on that. Man, the thing though that worrisome. Do you want to hear me read the article, or do you want to hear me talk? Like, are we done with me?
No, we're. I just wanted you to the article because you're here. You can talk about this now. Since you're
the thing about like the best ways that the things you wouldn't expect in the best ways, that is worrisome though, because what I wouldn't expect is the child. There's one guy who is Black Panther primarily for years, comic book wise. Now the movies, if they influenced it this much to make him not Black Panther, I have to boycott, and I have to speak out against associating name brand with another character. I don't like how we say the Green Lantern and everyone has their favorite, or there's Wally West Flash, Barry Allen Flash. That's a disadvantage. Superman doesn't have that. We say Superman, we know Superman. Even the shirt, you could be wearing the Superman shirt, and Supergirl wears the same logo, but you're talking about Superman.
Exactly.
The Black Panther deserves that also. It's way too urgent. Like the need for Black representation is urgently needed, and he's not even the top 5 of Marvel characters, right? He's getting up there. So why provide a hindrance of another person underneath that mantle to mix things up and to take from and divide fan bases? Some people are gonna say, I prefer that Black Panther. You know what my Black Panther favorite one is? The video game one. He makes the best decisions. I like Shuri. Shuri's my best Black Panther. Nah, the T'Challa actually is really the best Black. Why do that with the most important character with dark skin and the most potential and like reach and popularity? Why the hell would we want to have different people underneath that? Put fuel on that fire. Well, Paul Heyman and ECW like is a good example of what we should do, which is just accentuate some of the strengths of this and never dilute or show weaknesses or show, I don't know, damage the brand. Dilute is the word. Dilute. Don't dilute Black Panther. It's the T'Challa franchise, just as Daredevil is Matt Murdock and just as Spider-Man is Peter Parker.
Exactly. And you know, if I wear my Batman shirt, you're not thinking of nobody but Bruce. You know what I mean? If I wear, you know, like you said, Superman, even Black Panther, because of, and this is the impact of Chadwick, he made Black Panther, you know, popular to the mainstream who didn't even know that there was a black superhero. And one I will never forget, Black Nerd said this 2 years ago after
Blurred Without Fear?
No. Black Nerd Comedy. Andre from Black Nerd Comedy.
Oh yeah. I know who that is.
Yeah. You know, he's a big Turtles fan, big 80s fan. Yeah. But he said this after the premiere of Black Panther Wakanda Forever. He said, they're gonna bring Black Panther back to T'Challa because there's money in that. And there is money. I said this. Whenever you watch the logo of Marvel, pay attention. You see Captain America, you see Hulk, you see Iron Man, you see Black Panther. Black Panther, T'Challa in mass in the cloud, like with the from Civil War. The pose from Civil War is always in the start of the Marvel one, and at the end is Chadwick blowing up or his suit, you know, aspirating or whatever, that energy. But they're constantly remind you of Black Panther, even though it's subtle. So that's why I said, and Andre, Black Nerd, he literally goes to everything. He's
a Power Ranger too. Did you see that? Hyper.
Oh yeah. Oh, the interview he did with the Yellow Power Ranger. He almost lost his shit. She was fine back in the day. I ain't gonna lie. She was fine, but both of them was there. He almost lost his shit. He almost lost it. But
wait, which Yellow Power Ranger was it? Kira? Was it from Dino Thunder?
The first black one, the one who from
Tanya.
Yeah. They took over
Aisha.
for Aisha. Yeah, they took over for Trini after she passed. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He had an interview with her and the other black girl who was the yellow, I think she was a Yellow Ranger too, from Dino Force. And he literally almost lost his shit because both of them women are fine. And he was interviewing, and were you rocking like this with two bad women? Oh, he almost lost his shit.
I don't even want to be here right now. I want to go to the video and see what you're talking about. So, but you're saying that he gets invited, so he has.
Yeah, he gets invited to everything. You know what I'm saying? To anything Marvel, anything Power Ranger, anything Turtles. You know what I'm saying? He was on the Toys That Made Us. He's what I aspire one day to be. So maybe I got to chill out on roasting people, but
and change your name to Dre the Black Nerd or something.
Dre the Black Nerd, right? Dre Mac the Black, but
bro.
But yeah, but when he said that, I was like, wait a minute. I said he has a point because he collects toys too. So looking at the sales of Hasbro with toys, when there's Black Panther, T'Challa versus Shuri, when you start seeing toys and merch, because that's how Marvel makes their money off of merch. That's how WWE makes their money off of merch. They don't make their money really off of the show. They make it off of merch. I went and bought I went to see Undertaker. Fucking $15 dual pack of Funko Pops were $40. That's where they make their money at. So if
were they just in Kansas yesterday also? Were you at the live events?
No, I ain't been nothing. I've been nothing but at work. But I went when he did his one-man show. That's what I went to. You know what I mean? The Undertaker one-man show. But they make their money off there. But so when you're looking at research, you're looking at just like how you pulled up that Black Panther, Dr. Eve Ewing's run is at 144 as far as comic sales. They look at the same as far as merchandise sales. So if toys are not selling, if this merch, they spent all this money through Hasbro and it's not selling, it's on clearance sales at Walmart and Target, that's a big deal. So now, how can we be able to get our revenue back? Well, we got to bring we might have to bring T'Challa back. Well, we already said we weren't going to do it, and I wanted to do a video about this, like us doing a skit. Like, you know, how do we do it? oh, well, we could just do a variant. Well, we do have a show called Loki right now. They're talking about all these variants. They're going to these different branch timelines. Why don't we just bring one from a branch timeline? Well, wasn't that disrespect Chadwick Boseman? No, because it's a different guy. Then that would explain why his face is different. What if Shuri meets him and he's a different person? Well, remember in WandaVision, she had a different Pietro and she didn't bat an eye. You know what I mean? Yeah. Let's do that. So that's what I think the end game is. I could be wrong, but if I went from $1.6 million or $1.5 billion to 800 and something, and nobody really likes it, we didn't really make our money off of merch. Let's go back to the winning formula, bring back T'Challa and not TJ, because still that's an anomaly. How the hell are you going to explain? Oh well, TJ, well he grew up in 5 years, he's 30. What? No. You know what I mean? So that's what I think the end game is. That's why I think Ultimate Black Panther is important. Why they put it up there, especially if you're taking for Brian Michael Bendis and Jonathan Hickman and Brian Hill made a hell of a Killmonger story. This might be fire shit. And I will be with you. If this is some bullshit and this is TJ, I'll be the first one to be with you to boycott this shit. I'll be the first. Hell no.
Hell no. To no.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm with you on that though. I am with, but I'm optimistic. I'm just saying like that. I'm cautiously optimistic.
Hell to the no. I can't wait to sing that. I might just do a video for 2 minutes. I'll learn the words, right? And I'll have the lyrics up too. And then, because he's talking about church, right? Can you believe these kids in there talking at church and they...
You could do a Black Panther one. You could do a Black Panther one. Yeah, switch the words. Yeah, buddy.
They'll be like, that's not vibranium. That is aluminum.
Oh, man. Okay. It took it forever to get the hype back. I'm kind of reading some of you guys' comments or whatever. Appreciate you guys for hanging with me. Again, if you want to be a part of the crew, it's only $2.99 a month to be part of Dre Mack in the crew. Got that for Black Panther in the crew. So it's only just to show support on the channel or whatever, you know what I mean? So yeah. It said to the no, hell to the no. I'm gonna send in a video of me with a black hat and some glasses. Hell to no. Oh God, Nate still wants to force TJ on the audience somehow. He'll die on that vibranium hill. Now, if they call him Tucson, let's say, okay, let's do this. This is me, creative mind.
Yeah.
Let's say that he is Tucson, and you find out that he's a mutant, right? Keep him Tucson. Don't call him T'Challa Jr. Keep him Tucson. And he's a mutant, and he has powers similar to a guy who got created in Lord Voldemort's run. You know what I mean? And then he gets slid over to the Young Avengers. It now has nothing to do with trying to be king of Wakanda, because this variant or whatever comes in, we redo the universe. T'Challa's back. You know what I'm saying? Got a T'Challa back. TJ is now Tucson, and he's part of the Young Avengers. You found out he's a mutant. He has all these powers like a certain Lord Voldemort created character. Would you be opposed to that?
I am opposed to screen time of something called Black Panther going to guy who's not T'Challa. So where does this happen? On a Young Avengers TV show? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you guys made you created the character. Fine, let's take it. But I don't think that look, put up Diesel's comment. What did he say about Nate? Nate still wants to force TJ. They're not that gung-ho on the TJ thing.
I don't think they are.
The studio did it. They think it's like some sort of like honoring tribute and, you know, whatever, however you guys choose to interpret it, you interpret it. They've never said that's a T'Challa recast either. There's really not been an official word that they're just like, let's throw this in the air and see what happens. They're not actually calling that T'Challa.
Nope.
No one has officially from Marvel side. No one has. Now I've seen Twitter people say that's the recast. They already did recast.
Like, how are you going to recast on a brand new character?
It's a brand new character. They never said the stupid things that some fans are on. And I'll leave it there without getting into names and shit. But like the child isn't a recast. It really is just a child character that we're going to use a child character anyways in the original script, which Chadwick Boseman got to read over.
Yeah, and he was cool with that.
Yeah.
And that's why I was saying in this new universe, because they're going to reboot it. I think you made a video because I haven't got a chance to do my video, but
when you do when you do watch the video, you're going to watch the ads.
Yeah, I'm going to make sure the ads is on.
So I get 18 cents.
So you get 18 cents. I thought it was 11 cents. Now you're getting up to 18?
18 Canadian, 11 American.
Oh, okay. There we go. But you know about the soft reboot in Marvel that Kevin Feige. Did Kevin Feige come out and say that they're going to soft reboot, or was this just a rumor that was?
Someone's writing a book, and there's a whole bunch of quotes that are being taken out of that. Her name is Joanna. Yeah, it was on my Twitter. So the book she's writing is MCU, the Reign of Marvel on Hollywood, some title like that. And she's been getting information, and like, can we get some toast? And all those other people are posting
excerpts from that.
So what she's finding. So these leaks they're credible because the people talking about it are credible. But there are leaks and rumors, and maybe they're even like testing the waters. How will the fans perceive a reboot? And I think that most people are pretty receptive of the reboot. And I'm not even saying soft reboot, hard reboot. Yeah, sure, there's fan bases of Tom Holland and Spider-Man, and that might cost you a couple $100 million. But look around though. When you reboot and you have an Iron Man movie and you're able to do a Cap, and like, you know what I mean? Like Chris Hemsworth is awesome, but I'm sure any guy who wears the Thor clothing will be just as marketable, or if not, you might lose like a 50-40 million. The millions you're gonna gain from getting Iron Man and Cap are gonna offset the losses there. And it's not like Shang-Chi and we're not married to Simu Liu. We can have anyone be Shang-Chi. We can have anyone be Black Panther, considering that what they got going on now, and Chadwick Boseman died. Anyone can be Captain Marvel. Brie Larson actually might be a net negative. I'm not hating on her. I'm a fan. I support, respect her. But I mean, like, people are going to prefer another actress to play. They should get Gina Carano to play Captain Marvel next time. Dye her hair blonde. They'll never have the same problems again.
I think Gina Carano would have been a good She-Hulk, but that's just me.
Yeah.
I think she would have been a perfect She-Hulk, but you know,
Wonder Woman
or Wonder Woman. I honestly think Gina Carano is sexy, but that's just me. It's my weird little. I don't know what it is.
I think that's weird to say. That's a common opinion. Gina Carano is effective.
Yeah, she's boy. Anyway, I'm having flashbacks to Deadpool.
Diesel says, "Never said Nate said that, but anything's possible with all these traveling multiverses shenanigans, the House of Bad Ideas, and all that."
In the way that they're telling this story in Loki right now brings precedence of, for one, incursions, destroying the universe. You got to bring in the Fantastic Four, even if you did because I still say you got to bring in Galactus and Franklin Richards. You still got to bring those characters in, and when you bring those characters in, you can reboot this thing and have a new Nat, have a new Iron Man, Tony Stark, have a new. I don't think people are going to be opposed because you got how many movies of these guys? You reboot Wakanda and make Wakanda what it really is. You know what I mean? And bring in a lot of these new stories. You know what I mean? You know, I don't think you're married to any of these characters. These are actors. They're actors. You're not, yes. Did I like Henry Cavill as Superman? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But is he replaceable? Yeah, like anybody is. You know what I mean? And I think we get too caught into, this character is played by so-and-so, and this character is played like the Chadwick thing. Like, I love Chadwick as an actor. I think he's phenomenal. He's great in Get On Up. But if they did another James Brown movie, ain't nobody gonna bat an eye. You know what I'm saying? People might say, well, I like the Chadwick, Boseman version better, but who cares? You're still gonna watch it. You know what I mean? There's all kinds of actors in Hollywood that need work. And the only way that you could, I'm gonna do a team. The rumor is, I think they're gonna get rid of Wonder Man.
Yeah, she's the one who revealed that. The Joanna.
Yeah, she was. So Yaya as Black Panther.
Yes,
dude, you got me sold. You're gonna, boy, I got excited. Bro, I started. Whoa, started like
the voice though. As long as he can do the voice, I'll take it.
Okay.
Where's he
is the
from? It's his parents from somewhere in Africa? Maybe he
Hold
already
on.
has a little bit of home training and he can figure that out.
Hold on.
Like Prince Nana.
Let me see. I think I spelled this name wrong on
No,
Twitter.
you say his name wrong, so there's no way you spelled it right.
I did not spell it correctly at all. Actually,
Gray called him Wonder Man.
Wonder Man, yeah, it's
every
the
time.
Wonder Man no more. Who could your girl Lizzo play in more pointy? Don't be talking about Lizzo. Don't talk about letting my girl Lizzo. That's my girl Lizzo. Girl, they in that banana. Girl, bring that big old banana over. You in that banana over here. But if they reboot it, trust me, should be dope. They reboot Luke Cage and have her what's her name? That Alfred Woodard. No, that Alfred Woodard played.
I don't know.
What's her? Y'all know in the comment section.
Okay.
What's it? Mother something. I forgot her name. But yeah.
Bushmaster?
Black Mariah. She could be Black Mariah. She'll be matching up with her comic book version. But yeah, she could be Black Mariah. And she's a villain in so many people's eyes right now. Why not go all out?
She won't be returning for season 4 Mando?
No, not at all. Okay, hold on, wait a minute. That's some Hollywood stuff, making the actor more than the character. The comic fans, we care. Yeah, it is. No. That only has to deal with that person. And the reason why is because the impact of that character to the zeitgeist of America. When white kids was dressing up as T'Challa, it was different. Nobody cares if a black kid dresses up as Superman or Batman, but when a white kid was dressing up as Black Panther, holding up their Black Panther toys while they're crying because T'Challa, the actor who played him died, that's a different impact. That's the reason why they was like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. We might have to back up off of this for a little bit because of the impact. So that was my
representation's great, but when we give a $200 million budget and we cast an amazing cast and we hire the appropriate director, we also use them in a franchise which is already popular, and we introduce them in a Captain America movie. I mean, representation is great, but when we do all that to make sure that the character never fails, then we've gone too far. We've done too much, and representation, when it reaches these heights. And it's one of the top 10 movies ever made in 2018. And what we need to do is cool off on all that. Shoot, I didn't even know we could succeed if we actually put in the resources. But now that we have, thank God he died. Man, when people throw out those theories like, you can make someone die from cancer. When people throw things out like that, I don't shake my head anymore as much as I used to. Now I'm like, bro, what if there is? What if?
What if?
Like,
what if?
We're there. What if there's a way to get people certain things?
It wouldn't be a surprise to me. I mean, I listened to my boy Rizza Islam. Shout out to him. And I'm just saying, you're not far off.
Talking about the class action lawsuit against vaccines, that dude. I've seen videos from him.
I was watching.
He got in the gym lately, eh? He used to be a skinny twig, then he got bulky.
Oh yeah, he's bench pressing 350 right now. So yeah. I mean, I hit 250, but I need to get back in the gym. Yeah, Black Mariah. Yeah, Mariah Stokes. Tell me Lizzo as Mariah Stokes wouldn't be dope. Wouldn't be
everyone
dope.
Jumped on it too.
Exactly.
I have Abdul Mateen's family though. Did you figure out?
Oh yeah. I pulled him up.
He's the second, so his dad was the same name, or mom, I guess.
He is. Let me see. He's from New Orleans. He's only 37 years old as of right now. So he's not that, but let me see. Early life. His mother is his father is Muslim. That's for the name. But he's a Black American.
Okay, then. So I guess we don't know. I mean, West African, Sub-Saharan, you figure it out. You do the DNA. The
majority of us that came over to the Americas is Sub-Saharan, West African anyway. So
the thing is, like, the voice is why we brought that up. Like, maybe he has family who's using the voice, but I guess not now. Now that we see the lineage.
if I mean, like how Chadwick, how they took a lot of South African dialect, and that's kind of how you base the character off of Nelson Mandela.
Mm.
Because Yaya is so good of an actor. Like I didn't like. There's two movies I didn't really like him, man. He was underutilized in Aquaman, even though I like Aquaman. He was still underutilized, and I didn't like him in that Matrix reboot crap. That was shit. I can see him taking that role because technically his build, his look, and everything reminds me of OG T'Challa from the Jack Kirby runs. The way that he looks, except for the hair, because you know what I'm saying. He had that Harry Belafonte hair in this comic. He has Harry Belafonte hair. You know what I mean? The I don't know what the hell was going on with that flat top, but he had that hair. So I could see him as like a priest run T'Challa. The way priest's characters look to me. You know what I mean? But I think he will look good as Black Panther. You know what I mean?
No, it's crazy. This share my screen. What's crazy is I was looking for some Jack Kirby era Black Panther, and then he doesn't have his mask is on here. His mask is on here. Issue 3, his mask is on. 4, 5. They don't put pictures with his mask off.
Yeah, they don't. They didn't at that time.
They just were not using that because people would walk by and they would walk by the comic stand and be offended if someone was black.
Mm-hmm.
When does that change, though? Does that change in 2000 and let's say 2016 for Ta-Nehisi Coates? All right. Oh, he's still wearing the mask.
Still wearing the mask.
Yeah, I guess he's not wearing a mask. He's wearing a mask right there. It's half kind of off. He's just always masked. Oh, there, number 12. But he's mostly masked. That's interesting.
I wonder did they do him like what they did with Batman back in the day and market him that way? He's unmasked in that one, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And I know people give a lot of shit to Ta-Nehisi Coates' run, but it's way better than what we had. Trust me.
Hey, what's the name of the actor who plays Terminator?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
How come you can get that name right, but Ta-Nehisi Coates?
Ta-Nehisi. But I've been knowing Arnold Schwarzenegger since I was a kid. Okay. I got one of Ta-Nehisi Coates' books too. In my collection too. Really good writer. Really good writer.
Comic books, or are you talking about book?
No, book.
Okay.
Hold on, wait a minute. You said also that gray skin color in the 60s.
Yeah,
it wasn't necessary. Was it grayish brown that they used for black people? It was kind of gray. Matter of fact, I want to open this up because now you're making me want to look and see is it really gray? And I think you might have a point. I think it is kind of grayish, but I don't want to open that now. It's taking too long. It's a Coates is not a great superhero writer, but a great writer. He's better than somebody else. That run I will read that run 50 times before I read the run before Dr. Eve Ewing. So you can say what you want, but okay, let me ask you guys a question. Who had the best Black Panther run from the original, from Jungle Action all the way to Dr. Eve Ewing's run? Who do you guys think had the best run? Put it in the comment section while we're chilling right now.
And can we say Avengers Jonathan Hickman?
You can put that in there too.
Yeah, new
you
Avengers.
Can put that. Well, if Comics Explained was here, what's his name? Rob Hickman. Oh, let me tell you something. That man, he gets me excited. He gets me so hyped. When he talk about Avengers and New Avengers, let me tell you something. Oh my God. Okay.
Most people say Priest.
Hands down. Then McGregor.
Oh.
Most people say Priest. Now McGregor's run was pretty good too. I think McGregor's run is when he had him fighting the Klan. I think that's McGregor's run. And I got that book. That is one of the greatest greatest comic covers of all time. That's the greatest comic cover of all time.
Oh, yeah. I think that I want Dr. Ewing to be the definitive answer. That's what I'll say. Give it to her.
I heard McGregor's run was fired too. They Hudlin at 3. Reginald Hudlin's run was so unique because he came from the Hollywood. That's who I believe should have directed and wrote Black Panther is Reginald Hudlin. Reginald Hudlin was the director and creator of had the House Party franchise, but House Party 1. He was a director and creator. He was a co-creator of the co-producer of the Boondocks, even though he was only on listen anyway because he worked for BET. But Hudlin did a lot in Hollywood. Boomerang, he wrote and directed Boomerang, with Eddie Murphy. Hudlin actually has a lot of skills. I think if I was to pick, I know that they picked Ryan Coogler because he was hot, young, cheap. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep it real. Hot, young, and cheap at the time. And he was a great director. I mean, Fruitvale Station is a great movie. You know what I'm saying? But if I was to pick a director and writer, Hudlin, you already wrote Black Panther and you did an amazing job with that run. Hey, would you mind doing this again? And we would have had a way better, even better than what we had as far as Black Panther story. Because I think the story is good. I think the movie of Black Panther is good, but the story focused too much on Killmonger and not on T'Challa and what he needed to do. I see that you're bringing something up that I need to add. Greatest comic book cover of all time. Greatest. I love that. I have that cover. Greatest cover of all time.
And I heard that people were complaining there's not enough white people. So he did on Jungle Action issue 19. He went here.
He went there and beat the brakes. Because the issue before that is him on the cross and the Klan, got the torches and all of that, and they was about to set him on fire.
That was before that?
I think that's the cover before that. Or is it the cover after?
Let me find it. Oh, I can't. I gotta do this. Hold on. Copy. Okay, copy paste. Link here. Boom. There.
Is that the prelude? What cover do I have? Do I have that? Hold on. Let me see.
Don McGregor and Billy Graham. Cover artist Jack Kirby. So Jack Kirby kept with the covers. Nice. And to me, Jack. To me, the way that Jack explained Black Panther more than anybody, Black Panther was his baby. Like that was his baby, and I think it was more for him because if I got a friend, and especially at the heightened times of race and the civil rights movement and all of that, and I did something for but this is my best friend, and I did something for him, I'm going to have a little bit more care to that. And this is where John Ridley, I'm going to say his name, this is where he failed at. And a lot of other writers have, it's not Priest, it's not Hudlin, you know what I'm saying, has failed at because Jack is an all-time great. And you took it like, everybody looks at Stan and what would Stan say? No, fuck that. If Jack was alive, he would have, that was a bit, and he would have found that his character died because I'm surprised Jack's family hasn't said anything more to that. You know what I mean? But Jack, that was Jack's baby. That's why he penciled him. That's why he created him. That came out, you know what I'm saying, 1975. We're talking about this after the civil rights movement. You know what I'm saying? You still had a little racial tension, but it wasn't the heights of the 60s and stuff like that. We're going into a new, more progressive era going into the 80s in the next 5 years. So yeah, Jack had a real big hand in Black Panther. You know what I mean? So yeah, Jack's run is really good too. But Jack, because Jack, had this fantasy element. There was so much fantasy stuff that was in Jack's run that is not talked about now.
and I wish they went back to that. A lot of the more fantasy and more supernatural elements and stuff. Priest did that. Priest brought a lot of that, but I wish they could kind of go back to that. I'm gonna try to find. I need to find the one where he's on the cross.
I'm scared to see that one.
I think this is the one you just brought up. In
Whose run was it? Was it McGregor?
Gotta find. Okay. Yep, this is it. Jungle Action number 21. Yeah, Jungle. This is it. Jungle Action number 21, and the other one was 19. So it's I'm missing 20. I'm missing the one that you brought up. But yeah, Jungle Action number 21. He said the rampage of the clan continues, and the Black Panther will be their next victim. But this is after he beat the brakes off of him in this one. So they found him, and yeah.
Would you sell that comic? Do you have a price? Like, would you say, not as it's part of your life, eh?
Nope, I would never. And I got such a good deal on this comic, and because I got it before, I think I got this before the movie came out or whatever and stuff. So yeah, I got a great price. So I would never sell that one. That's
what'd be interesting? What if a Klansman was like, hey, I need that comic just to burn it, just so there's less of it in the world, because it means so much to me to erase that. You think they'd pay top dollar for it? Is there someone in the world who would be like, I'll buy that off of you just so we can rip it apart? The discrimination.
I couldn't. I most definitely. I act a goddamn fool. I'll be dancing all in the videos like Diddy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you wanna burn it? Oh, you cannot burn it. You bitch, you cannot burn it. Yeah, I'll be. Oh man, I act a fool. Turns out the clan ran to town. If you notice this, I think it's what it was. They did this in 3 issues or 4 issues. 3 or 4. Oh wait, this was McGregor and Jack's run. Well, Stan started in Jungle Action, and then it went to McGregor, and then it went to Jack. Started Black Panther number 1, and then we didn't get another Black Panther to 88, and then we went to 98 with Christopher Priest, Hunlin. Is it John Ridley? After that,
no, Hudlin, then
Hudlin.
Maybury.
Okay.
But Maybury, then we get like Man Without Fear, which doesn't really count.
Yeah, Man Without Fear.
That's
yeah,
David Weiss, is it? David Leon?
Yeah.
There's another guy.
I keep forgetting Man Without Fear.
That lasted for a little bit, actually. It was over a year of just him in Daredevil's area. And then we get to Ta-Nehisi Coates in 2016. But, I mean, we don't just get there. There is the new Avengers stuff with Hickman to get us there.
Yeah. Which Jonathan Hickman did an amazing job in this. You know what I mean? So yeah. Just going back to who's under that mask.
Oh, yeah, the main topic of this stream. I forgot.
So, let me ask you this, Shill. Are you optimistic that this Brian Hill will do the right thing, or do you think it's a ploy just to introduce TJ?
When you word it like that, I gotta believe in Brian Hill. Fine, because it's Brian Hill. There's my optimism. He cares. He hasn't really steered me wrong way. Okay, optimism there. Before this video, pessimist. Before this video, I'm looking and reading that synopsis, and they don't say the word T'Challa, and that makes me nervous.
Okay, this is the second question, because I made a little petition. You've been continuously talking about it. Play as T'Challa. Do you think that this ultimate Black Panther is going to coincide with the game that's getting ready to drop? Because if I'm not mistaken, the way that suit looks like a damn good suit to be able to put on your new Black Panther, your shiny new Black Panther game that you're coming out with EA. Do you believe that this will coincide?
That game that maybe it'll be a skin that's available you can unlock of all the different Panther suits in the past, even the cape one. But they don't have much coordinates. There was a Spider-Man video game tie-in, and they called it the Gamerverse, and none of those really affected what we got in comic books or even like the Spider-Verse movie, right? So
Yeah.
the games and the comics are separate divisions. Don't expect continuity.
Mm. Yep, Hitman's put mass respect on T'Challa, and I believe that when Brian Hill said that, hey, I'm looking at the history, and he's working with Jonathan Hickman. If I'm not mistaken, he is working with Jonathan Hickman on this Ultimate Universe because it's Jonathan.
Yeah, Hickman is the guy who's kind of the headline showrunner, and then whatever other people do in their comic books, they just can't contradict what Hickman starts. And he's gonna, if they do like an Avengers in the Ultimate Universe, Ultimates, I mean, if they do that, Hickman's gonna be the one writing it.
So, with Hickman being the big Hickman being the Kevin Feige, this might because I think Hickman really wants to write Black Panther, and they just haven't gave it to him. This is the way for Hickman to have his input on Black Panther. He can, hey, Brian, we're not making Black Panther no bitch. So there's no getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? By nobody. He got to be T'Challa. And I think I'm thinking because Brian Michael Bendis created this character too. So I can see him reaching out to the original Ultimate 1610 version. I could see this Black Panther being what they introduce in the MCU pretty soon. I'm just saying, I'm hyping myself up for no reason, for just utter disappointment, but I'm consciously optimistic.
There's no reason to be unconsciously optimistic. Marvel usually releases comics that tie into their video games. They did it with Spidey and Avengers. And I'm telling you, those video games didn't affect the other. Like, they're just the comic book wing aren't, even if the writer of the video game is a comic writer, like Christos Gage is, it wouldn't matter.
Hickman already wrote several Ultimate issues years ago. Yeah, the Ultimates is the shit. Are you talking about the Ultimate Universe or the Ultimates with Black Panther and Blue Marvel? And again, where's fucking Blue Marvel at? Where is Blue Marvel? Like, but that's a story for another day. Okay. All right. So I'm going to finish. I'm about to wrap up this stream. Chill, what do you have coming up here in the future?
10 days from now, Jonathan Majors, like you said. And what else? I don't know. I have to think of something creative to post tomorrow because I'm kind of out of ideas and in a really blah mood when it comes to our entertainment. Maybe I got to start Invincible. I don't know the answer to that. I can make a more depressing video about sales and talk about what warrants cancellations. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe. Oh, I got to watch Loki. I think I have to watch Loki now just because I'm out of content. That's the answer to the question, Dre. I got to get into Loki. I got to start it.
Oh, man. Okay. All right. So make sure Hickman T'Challa watches the Ultimates in this run. Single-handedly healed. Enough said.
Enough said.
Oh, my God. I just can't wait for T'Challa to get his lick back on Cap. That gotta happen. Because that's still the worst comic panel of all time.
They should make a MAGA Cap. He just says Republican stuff. Whatever Donald Trump says on his campaign, MAGA Cap says the same thing. Yo, and the people will eat it up too. Captain America fans, like some of them vote Republican. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, he's right. They are all drug dealers and rapists."
I think that'd be awesome.
That'd be a money idea. And who's gonna complain about that? We'll all just laugh at how funny that is, right? Like
that
I'm
would
not
be
like,
I
oh,
would be
promoting the party.
I'm not gonna lie, I'll buy some MAGA Cap. I'll buy it. Comics, oh man. I'll buy that because it'll piss people out. Like, hey, Cap for America.
You know, he's got a little bit more red than blue in this uniform. Right?
I would fucking love that, dude. I'm not gonna lie, I would love that. Oh man, but yeah, if you guys are not subscribed to Chill Mugger, make sure you stay once I close the stream because I gotta talk to you about something. Chill, I gotta talk to you something outside of the stream. But Secret Empire Yeah, it did. Secret Empire Cap is sincere.
Nah.
I thought that was awesome because I was
See-
reading Deadpool at that time. That shit was awesome.
But Mega Cap, where he tells the
Oh,
Avengers.
man.
Now he doesn't say Avengers assemble. He says Avengers, stand back and stand by. Man,
I would love that. But yeah, so tonight I'm going to work on martial art Mondays. So I'm going to surprise you guys with my first martial art review that I'm gonna bring up. And it's a couple movies that I want to do. Wu-Tang versus Shaolin is one of them. The Executioner from Shaolin is another, but I'm trying to pick which one I'm going to do. So I'm going to do more the martial arts video in the middle of the night, and then I'm also going to be bringing you guys a stream in the morning, and then Blurred AF in the afternoon at 7 o'clock. So make sure that you watch the Blurred AF with Blue and Dre, and hopefully we can get Mika to stop in. Hopefully we can get her to stop in tomorrow. But yeah, we'll see about that. So anyway, I appreciate you guys that hung out with me, that hung out with Chill. Again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel, and like, share, subscribe to Chillmonger. Also, if you haven't done that yet, you suck and you need to get a life.
agreed.
And you if you ever notice, if I say my favorite YouTube channel, I'll say and Chill too. But so maybe you can go to Chillmonger's favorite YouTube channel. But
Yeah.
anyway, y'all. But I appreciate you guys that have been rocking with me. It rocks with Chill, rocks with all of us, man. I really appreciate it. You already know what time it
Yo, the
is.
sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
Wrap that shit up, B. Anyway, let me get out of here, man. Peace and vibe high,
Vibe
man.
high.
Y'all gotta get I gotta get out of here. Where's my outro at? I gotta leave. My forehead needs to breathe. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Huh. Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.